This is such horseshit.
It really is. The stop bullying thing
and she
is
waited too long,
bullshit.
man. That was a hot topic 2 weeks ago. No one cares about bullying anymore. What's up, Patrice?
No one
For you,
cares.
So speak to us.
Well, I just feel like it would be incredibly remiss of me to not say something. I am incredibly disturbed and
Yes, you are.
saddened by the overwhelming number of teen suicides that have been reported lately.
How many?
Because of
One?
bullying.
Huh?
Wasn't there one?
There's not a lot of teens in general are killing themselves.
You
Not
know-
just the gay ones.
Right. You know how many bullying-related suicides there have to be? It's got to be less than people that have vending machines fall on them.
Like the shark thing?
Yeah, like the shark thing.
Yeah,
Shark attacks, and more people are killed by
look,
vending machines falling on top of them every year.
For the families that have to deal with a kid that killed themselves, it's brutal and all that, obviously.
Of course.
But it's not an epidemic.
It's
not even close to an epidemic.
It's so low on the list of what celebrities should be hawking. I'm sorry. It's a terrible day, and I'm not talking about any specific instance. I'm just talking about overall the problem of this type of bullying / suicide. Sorry, I'm not seeing it as a grave issue here. There are 8,000 things that I would put in front of that.
Yes.
Shouldn't kids just be taught to have higher self-esteem, and that way the bullying doesn't
Shut
bother
the
them?
fuck up.
You're right.
It just it builds character.
Hi, Patrice.
Go on.
Yeah, he's digging it.
I like Patrice just walking in. Good morning.
You got the sleepy eyes.
Oh, but I'm all right.
Yeah.
I had like a few minutes of REM sleep.
Yeah,
That's all you
That's
need.
all you need.
I was like, all right, I feel all right.
All right.
Charge it up.
Here, let's listen to Madonna talk about bullying.
That's what I walked in.
Voice.
Yeah, a month.
I believe this is quite the. What's with that fucking voice?
A month after all the other celebrities did it. This is all about just getting her face out there because, you know,
Lady Gaga's
people are
taking
starting
her
to forget about
heat.
Madonna.
Taking her-
Reported lately because of bullying. I mean, suicide in general is disturbing. Teenagers committing suicide is extremely disturbing. But to hear that teenagers are taking their lives because they're being bullied in schools and dormitories, what have you, is kind of unfathomable. And I know a number of people have already spoken out about it. But I feel like I need to say something.
Sing
the gay community
material,
has been
girl.
incredibly supportive
song,
of
too.
me. I wouldn't have a career if it weren't for the gay community. So and I have.
Yeah, the gays love the Madonna.
She's trying to steal that from Gaga, too.
Love her.
No, Lady Gaga stole all the gays away from Madonna.
Madonna never really admitted that the gays like her.
I mean, Gaga really...
Gaga took all the new gays.
Yeah, but ever
Madonna's
since-
probably still got the old stretched out balls gay guys now. Yeah.
Oh, man, she is so jealous of Lady Gaga.
Oh, is she ever.
This is all about Lady Gaga. Has nothing to do with gays and bullying and teen suicide.
Gaga ought to come out with cone bra tits.
Yeah, and everybody would call her
Made
a
of
genius.
meat. Made
Yeah.
of meat. Meat cone
meat
tits.
cones.
Yeah, how is Madonna dressed?
She was dressed conservatively.
Yeah, that's her new thing, huh?
Yes.
And I also have a teenage daughter, and I
Yeah.
have ongoing discussions with her about this topic.
Why?
Bullying or lesbo sex? Which one? Which one?
I don't think they brought up lesbos.
No? It's a lesbo.
Why? I love the word lesbo.
They're talking about...
Why would she have this discussion with her daughter? Her daughter's set up for life. She has no problems.
Her daughter's just a regular teen.
Oh, is
Could
she
be bullied
really?
on the internet.
Could be bullied. Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, you never know.
About her eyebrows. They could
Really?
bully her about her eyebrows. Hey, big eyebrow girl. And then she beats them up with stacks of thousands, just throwing them,
Wads
just
of dollars.
throwing money.
Stacks of old Madonna CDs.
Yeah.
they're
Nobody's buying
that
them.
are gathering a lot of dust because even Madonna's daughter's listening to Lady Gaga. How
Could
bad
you
is
imagine?
that?
Does that happen, you think? Madonna goes
Oh,
upstairs
yeah.
to her room, and she quickly shuts off. It's like, what were you playing? What was that? What was that? Lourdes. And then she hits the button.
Practicing her-
Gaga.
Madonna's practicing her non-regional dialect.
Yes. Her non-regional dialect.
So everyone likes her.
Exactly.
It's unfathomable.
Unfathomable.
Is it
Unfathomable.
unfathomable?
All right, let's listen to Madonna talk about bullying. This is
Yes.
could be the best audio of the day.
Have
Nice.
ongoing discussions with her about this topic. So I feel like I just need to say a few words.
Yeah.
It's important. Otherwise, the bullying continues.
The bullying thing is the fucking the cause du jour. This is going to peter out faster than any other cause ever.
Oh yeah, because you'll always have some type of bullying.
Yeah.
Why are kids now special?
Yeah. What the fuck? When did that happen?
Why are we raising these bums?
It's like in school there was you call the kid a retard or an idiot.
That's
or something,
offensive.
and now it's ADD. He's got some kind of problem. Bullying was what happened. You come home crying. What happened? The kid fucking pushed me down in the yard, and then the father would go, "Well, you know what you do? You walk up to him, and you punch him in the face. You punch him in the face, and he'll stop."
Right, but and when we were growing up, you didn't know gays in school.
Sometimes
So
you
why-
punch a bully and go away. Sometimes he doesn't go away.
So why weren't those kids killing themselves?
Yeah.
because the
Because we
gays.
wasn't supposed to kill ourselves.
But the gays accepted now, way more than when we were growing up.
There's a
Wouldn't it be
motherfucker that scared me so much from summer school when I was in the
Yeah.
5th grade. I go to summer school. Or the 6th grade. I think I dug a tunnel like Vietnam to get from school to home. I
your basement?
I
Scary
came out this
motherfucker,
fucking
yeah.
sewer to fucking escape this asshole.
Steve Oswald from Toronto writes they better start lesing out
Yeah, lesing out.
because
I
he's
remember that
bored
one.
with the interview on Ellen DeGeneres.
There's a kid in my school who used to call me over to pretend to tell me a secret and stick thumbtacks in my shoulder.
Holy shit!
That explains
fucked up.
everything. That explains everything.
There was this kid.
Too bad you
just,
didn't kill yourself.
Why?
Oh, what?
I never even considered it.
there was a kid in school,
Seriously.
and I only knew his last name was Bohannon. And we used to make him
Bohannon, that sounds-
Bohannon.
doesn't
We just
sound
call him
good.
Bohannon. And we used to make him low crawl through mud puddles in the.
Why would you say his name? He's probably
Fuck him.
Crying.
he's probably putting fucking that black ink under his eye right now.
He probably invented Twitter. You know how
He,
those guys turn out.
and he'd be low crawling, and we'd just be laughing, and he's full of mud. It's just bullying because shit goes down, and I got shit on, and
man.
and you'd have to. This was the lowest common denominator.
When I was in fifth,
That's it.
No, go
fuck
ahead,
around.
Sam.
when I was in 5th grade, there was a new Spanish kid who didn't speak any English.
That's good.
So the
They
whole
won't be
class
cruel to him.
at lunchtime spent the entire lunch period every day asking him embarrassing questions and getting him to say yes or no at the wrong times. Like, do you poop? No.
He doesn't.
Until-
You
Oh,
a bully, Sam?
Yeah.
Oh, you could say it.
Oh, what
You could
kind of
totally
poor,
say it.
awful
Until-
kid was a fucking bum enough, weak enough to let Sam bully him?
Right.
Until 7th grade came, when I guess we stopped talking to him, but he learned how to speak English. And I was walking out one day way after school with one of my friends, and he went up to my friend, who was also in my 5th grade class, and grabbed him by the neck and started strangling him, yelling, "I can speak English now."
Holy shit!
I was out the door.
Yeah,
I was
you can't take off. Can't bully that guy anymore.
You finally figured all that shit out.
I remember
finished.
another one was Patrick Fullen. I've talked about Patrick Fullen.
Yeah, we know Patrick.
Patrick Fullen was a kid in school, and he was like a big fat kid. And
boy.
it was in elementary school, so he just got beat on all the time. And we realized he made a really funny face when you punched him in the stomach. So he'd be up against the wall, like pinned against the wall, all scared, and everyone would just punch him in the stomach, and he'd make this face like, oh, like he was dry heaving or choking on something, and we'd all laugh, and then the next guy would punch him in the stomach,
so
in his
fucked
fat
up.
stomach.
That's why this
It's
bullying.
just the way it is.
That's the way it is, and
the way
that's
it
the
is.
way it'll always be. But I think the difference is that we're raising a generation of fucking wimps.
Yeah.
So they
Can I
can't.
beg
they
your
can't
pardon for
take-
just a second?
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah.
certainly.
Not to turn this racial.
How
At least
is
it wasn't
this
me
racial?
this time.
Black kids ain't killing themselves over that shit.
Right. See?
This is an epidemic
Black
because white
kids
kids
kill each
can't fucking
other
survive
over nothing.
over nothing.
That's
yes,
right.
Because we're
If we step on, I got brand new sneakers on today. If
Yes.
you step on them, I'm gonna stab you.
You looked at me with
We got-
disrespect.
we got no time. We got no time for fucking killing ourselves.
And bullying in the black community is just called robbery.
It's just,
It's just you're robbing someone. There's financial gain to it.
I go to World Star Hip Hop every day, There's a video every day of the entire project's fighting over something ridiculous. Bitch, you stole my weave appointment, and his titties flying.
Yeah,
It's a beatdown happening every day in the projects, man.
Stole my weave appointment.
I would assume in the black community they're not raising wimps like they are in the white community.
They are raising wimps. It's just
there are wimpy kids out there that can't handle this shit.
There are some fucking wimps.
That's why maybe the suicide rate is up. Stop giving everyone a fucking trophy.
Yeah.
Stop fucking this. When I grew up, it's either you win or you're either first place or last. There's no second. You just lost.
No. Right. You just didn't want to be last.
You didn't want to be last, but
that was it, remember? But now it doesn't matter if you're last, Patrice.
Bullying.
Everyone gets a trophy.
My mother would point and laugh at me sometimes. Just point and laugh.
Yeah.
This is you're hilariously awful.
You're bad at that. You're not fucking good. There are more things you're gonna suck at than be good at. That's for sure.
I had a teacher that gave me an F minus.
You get an F minus
because he said I might as well. Like, what's the difference?
He really wanted to make it hurt.
And my mother goes, "You got an F minus." Like, he made my life harder.
Yeah.
I go, Mom's like, and no one believed. Nowadays, I wish I lived in the times where teachers were accountable for doing fucked up things to students.
The kid would be the teacher would be fired.
I had a second grade teacher that beat us with the pointing stick. Like, it was me and this kid named Wesley. She would bring us into the closet, and the other kids would listen to us just get whacked.
Holy shit!
Whacked.
You could not possibly get away with
They beat the kids back then. They beat kids back then.
And
the teachers
with impunity.
No suing. No uproar. Just beatings.
And the parents usually were like, "Well, what were you doing?"
Yeah.
What were you doing
during
wrong?
recess? It was brutal.
Yeah, and I think people bully a lot too because they know the kid's not going to hit back. You know what I mean? If you hit a kid back, he's gonna stop fucking bullying.
There was this.
Now you gonna teach your son pugilism?
I'm gonna get my kid in self-defense classes immediately.
MMA at fucking 4, just choking out other 4-year-olds.
Whatever, man.
4-year-olds are tapping.
I wish I knew that shit in school just to have it on my side.
But you didn't get bullied because you had big family, right? It was the fucking Hugheses. They'll fuck you up.
The whole Hughes clan.
I certainly got bullied. I was a small kid. Yeah, I got bullied.
And your brother looked like a fucking, like, he bit people when he fucking, he didn't look like he was a sucker.
Joe didn't really get fucked with.
No, you just...
I didn't get fucked with that much, except I remember this one black kid, Keith Green.
Of course it was black.
Yeah, would come up and he knew I was a mark. So he would just be like, "Hey, yo, give me 50 cents. Give me 50 cents." And I'd have to, take a couple of quarters out and pay this motherfucker off. And you know what? He never laid a hand on me. I didn't learn that if I didn't give him money, he'd beat me up. I just right from the start started paying him.
Wow.
Well,
I knew better.
There's nothing funnier than trying out different theories of standing up to a bully and he can fight really well. I'm going to stand up to your fucking assault on my... Blah, blah.
No, Keith Green, you're not getting 50 cents.
Did you have the kids in school that would tell you they knew karate and they were going to beat the shit out of you?
Oh, yeah, Asian kids were...
I'm embarrassed to say this, but I was at a...
very scared of Asian kids fighting I assume they all know.
I was at a roller rink. Remember that stupid roller rink on 25A heading into Northport?
Sure.
I was there, and I did something wrong to this one kid, and he basically told me, "Look, I know karate, and when this is over..."
On roller skates, karate,
he goes,
dummy?
No, but then he goes, "When this is over, I'm going to beat the shit out of you outside."
You were quaking in your drawers?
Yeah, shaking, because, we didn't have phones or nothing, so I just got to wait for my mom to fucking show up to pick me up. I was just a little fucker.
As soon as this skate is done,
dude,
I'm going to kick your ass.
Yeah, I was out of my mind, because it was
Couples only? Yeah. You're getting your ass fucking handed to you.
After green grass and high tides is over, we're going at it. That's
you're so lucky it's couples only, motherfucker. Because I'd kick your ass if I wasn't going to be with my girl.
I was
holding hands and skating.
I was out of my mind with fear. He said it's going down after this whole thing's over.
Oh.
And then we go outside. There's no great end to the story. His mom showed up and he jumped in the car and said, "You're lucky."
He scared you.
He scared the shit out of me by just saying he knew karate. I'm like, I don't know how to...
your little roller skates.
I can maybe wrestle the fucking kid. I don't know karate.
You ever had I ain't going to take this shit no more moment?
Yeah.
You just said fuck it?
There were these kids that used to get into this fucking Karate Kid like karate stance.
Right.
In the playground, if there would be a fight, the kid would get into that stance and win the fucking fight. Like the other kid would walk away.
Yeah, that was all you had to do.
All right, well, fuck you.
That's what I'm getting at. That's all you had to say.
Like all you had to do was like move your feet fast, put one hand up in front of you, and do this shit,
right.
and you just scared everybody.
Self-defense now, or at least certain places, that's just fighting is something you pay to watch. Athletes do.
No, they use the Indiana Jones solution with the guy with the big machete.
Yep, exactly. Some fucking guy stands there. He's like, "I really did you learn how to fight for no reason, motherfucker? How about punch this bullet?"
Let me say hi to Mike in New York real fast. Mike.
Hey. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Anthony, you hit it right on the head. I told my 7-year-old daughter, because she would come home and say, "Oh, so-and-so pushed me down today." And this happened like 3 or 4 times. I finally told her at the dinner table in front of my wife, I said, "You know what you do? You take this kid and you make sure everybody's watching and you punch him dead in the fucking face." I said, "Nobody will mess with you again." Okay? Because I did that in like middle school, which it's funny you bring up a roller skating rink. Because it all started at a roller skating rink. I was hitting on this guy's girlfriend.
Yeah, it shows my age, obviously, but fuck, that's where you socialized.
But he got pissed off, and he told me, "Oh, wait till Monday." Monday rolls around, we go outside, and he's pushing me around. But I didn't like the fight. He's pushing me around and all that, and finally the fucking switch went on, and I...
Shut up, motherfucker. Give me your money.
Exactly. Give me your fucking money.
But I'm telling you.
Fuck up and send your wallet in the mail, nigga.
But I'm telling you, he told his daughter to punch this person in the face, and she wasn't bullied anymore, right? But there's a culture in schools right now that you're not allowed to fucking touch another student, and that's why this bullying is happening.
Oh, but you're allowed to bully, though. That's
I know. So fucking punch the kid in the face.
You're not hearing
My kid will be a punch a kid in the face type of kid. Yes.
You sure even during the expulsion, like you punch him in the fucking mouth will get you in another school or
whatever. I'm not. I really don't want to raise a wimpy kid. I see it happening all over the fucking place, and I don't know how it's gonna. I don't know how I'm gonna get past it, but I don't want to raise a wimpy kid, man.
But are people teaching their kids to bully? Are people saying, go there and just terrorize other children?
I think the bullying is happening. If you want to have a serious... I think the bullying is happening because these bullies know nothing could happen to them in return.
But it's always happened. It's always fucking happened. You're not going to change the psychology of a fucking human... child.
Right.
There's many dynamics to a kid. One can be a fucking wimpy pussy. The other kid's going to go to school and for no reason whatsoever start bullying around other kids. It's part of fucking what they do.
But if you know there's no consequences, it's easier to bully a kid. If you know that kid's not going to fucking hit you back.
But there always was that consequence back in the day.
That's what I'm saying.
They got hit or they didn't get hit.
You just took care of it among yourselves.
So how does it become a movement where it gets like what happens where it's
a couple of people kill themselves and all of a sudden it becomes this thing like, oh, they were bullied. First of all, the gay kid that jumped off the bridge, it wasn't even a bullying incident. It was not a bullying incident.
He just wasn't ready to come out the closet.
Yeah, it was a prank
that went horribly
wrong.
We pull pranks like crazy pranks like that all the time. That one unfortunately went horribly wrong. It sucks.
They factored in psychological torment into the bullying thing.
Oh, so, is that bullying now? Is it
I felt so bad for that fucking kid. But look, man, I shook a douchebag's hand yesterday at the Best Buy. He just tweets. Hey, Patrice said Best Buy buying. I go, what if I just lied to my girl about where I like what I got a divorce. Like what the fuck you doing? Like I think it's just we don't have any. It's no common sense,
right?
And there's no code. There's something. This is bitch's fault. It's something. There's no code to dudes for something. Like we do that. We're just yappy, kind of stop it, kind of. No one's scared of getting punched in the fucking face. Like a guy like Randy Couture, he has to live his life just as a professional. Has to fight other guys who go, look, this is what I do for a living. You do this, let's fight. But there's no consequence of getting your fucking head bashed
handed to you for ratting
for
somebody
being a fucking asshole.
Or telling everybody where you are. What the fuck is that about?
But that's what I'm saying. There's no. It's like no one taught this dude to just be cool.
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers is uncool, but it's opening your mouth with no consequence. There's the internet saying, hey, fuck you, douchebag, fucker.
Oh, you could be the baddest
you block
ass,
them, but that's blocking is like should have been punching you in the mouth back then.
Yes, that's blocking somebody's text that came out of their mouth.
And it's just so arbitrary.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, you get a lot of fucking tough guys who aren't men of the streets. You know, I mean, women don't deal with violence on a regular anyway. That's why they always yapping. But dudes should at least have the threat of getting thrown through something.
Yeah, your face punched.
All right, listen, here's part 2 of Madonna talking about bullying on Ellen DeGeneres.
More.
And like I said, this is all about Lady Gaga being really, really famous now. And Madonna needed some exposure.
Were you bullied as a kid, or did you feel different than other people when you were younger?
Yes, that's an understatement. I still feel different. Yeah, I mean, I can totally relate to the idea of feeling isolated and alienated.
I bet you she doesn't even have an example of bullying when she was growing up.
She has no fucking bullying stories.
She was different. She didn't fit in.
She wasn't different. She was just like every other fucking...
She was special.
But didn't you like being the different one in school? I didn't want to be like everyone else.
No, you didn't.
Nah.
Let's be honest.
You don't want to be.
You
don't want to be different to the point where you're getting fucking made fun of. That's for sure.
If you had a sense of individual, you lost.
I like that though.
Yeah.
That's why I flunked throughout school. I was just trying to be cool.
No, you had to be with some kind of crowd. You had to be with some. It's like prison. You got to be with a gang.
That's why peer pressure. Peer pressure is more. Peer pressure. It's more of an issue than bullying.
Worse than bullying.
It's just being a whack fucker who doesn't.
It's not your
who doesn't
fucking
follow
enemies.
your own fucking path.
It's your friends. Right. It's not your enemies. It's your friends telling you to do something that'll fuck you up more than a bully will.
Yeah, man, make fun of you and
Yeah.
And alienated. I was incredibly lonely as a child, as a teenager, and I have to say I never felt like I fit in at school. I wasn't a jock. I wasn't an intellectual. There was no group that I felt a part of. I just felt like a weirdo. And it wasn't until my ballet teacher, who was also...
Yeah.
She's going to ballet class.
We're supposed to feel sorry for young Madonna. This is what led her to become the person she is today. She's pretty much a billionaire because she was different than everybody else.
In the locker room, I had my big hairy bush that was made fun of because it looked like sweater.
And no one would les out with me.
Yes.
But that was fucking what was supposed to be happening in school.
That's what happened.
There was natural Hollywood and natural fucking audience. There was the jocks.
Yeah.
There was drug dealers. There was fucking Mick Peterson, the tough guy who wore a leather jacket and no one fucked with.
There were band fags and drama fags.
It was but I'm saying those. I'm naming the A crowd of people who the rest of the fucking school watched be Hollywood.
They were the celebrities, and it was like TMZ.
And you and the Madonnas of the world would have to sit back and fucking watch those people be Hollywood with no comments. They just have to sit there and be fucking the B and the C and the D crowd and shut the fuck up while they watched the football guys get attention. The pretty girls got attention. Funny guys got attention, and fucking everyone else got nothing.
They were the audience.
And that was what it was supposed to fucking be. So the Lady Gagas who want all the other kids to be protected, they're going against the fucking code of how they got big. They used to watch how... There's some girl that Madonna used to watch and go, I want to be like fucking Cindy McGillicuddy. That's why she got big shoulders and she's in shape and she sings songs. She's copying some chick who was a star.
Yep.
She just made the move and Cindy didn't. Cindy's a fat cunt now and Madonna's... Because Cindy was the shit.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Not every fucking child should have an opportunity.
It's fucked up that school is supposed to be more so than teaching you the basics of reading, writing, and arithmetic. It is supposed to be this thing that teaches you how to fit into to a society.
Survive.
Yeah, to survive.
Not even fit in, survive. Yeah.
Well, that's just it. There's going to be people during life in the working world that are bullies. Maybe they don't fucking come up and punch you in the face every day, but they fuck with you on a business level.
You're either a zombie or the guy sleeping in the tank.
Here's the rest of the clip.
My ballet teacher, who was also gay, took me under his wing.
Was he?
And introduced me to a community of artists, of other unique individuals who told me that it was good and okay.
The ex-whores.
He introduced her to lesbo parties.
Yeah, she took me to the special school. Went to the special school ran by
Gay Professor X.
Javier fucking...
This is some after-school shit. She's talking about lesbo parties. What is she talking about?
Magneto is a bully. I don't like Magneto.
Mag panties. He has the power to make my clit show through my drawers.
Of other unique individuals who told me that it was good and okay to be different, who brought me to my first gay disco and ironically made me feel like I was a part of the world and that it was okay to be different. And I can't imagine young kids today going through their adolescent years not having somebody that they can talk to,
Take them to a
somebody
gay
that they
disco.
can have an affinity with, that tells them and reassures them that it's okay to be who they are.
How great is that? That's kind of my point. Now, if you have a teacher that realizes, wow, there's some gay kids and stuff, I got to take them to a gay
Let me
disco.
take them to a gay disco.
God, it would be so fucking in jail.
Uproar.
Right. That's what I'm getting at, though.
She had nothing, by the way.
No,
she had
just
nothing there.
She had to talk
exposure.
about it.
She had to get on and talk about bullying with nary an example of any bullying that went on with her,
Has she ever
her
admitted
daughter,
that
or
she's
anybody.
gay or
No.
bisexual? That sounded like she was admitting she was gay.
No, she's a friend of the gay community.
Yeah, but she was hanging out at gay discos.
I mean, she might have gone to a gay... Who hasn't gone to a gay club? Oh. All right, well...
The freedom that gays... Why is she doing that?
Just a friend of the community.
All right, well, there you go. Enough about the bullying.
The gays have...
Let it be known, by the way, a lot of parents on the phones right now saying, yeah, my kid was bullied. I told him to hit the fucking kid. Guess what? My kid's not being bullied anymore.
Well, don't they think
there's a bunch of them. We don't have time to go them.
Isn't there something to be said about positive reinforcement?
No.
Oh.
It's stupid. It doesn't work. We're fucking cavemen.
I told my girls could paint her because she's not getting bullied, but it's like she hangs out with the... She's a ostracizer because she's really pretty.
Oh, yeah?
She's tall, right? So she hangs out with the pretty and tall girls, and they do a merry-go-round of who gets ostracized from the pretty crew that day. So she's just like, what am I going to do? I've been told to leave the crew because I'm the only one that doesn't have a fucking boyfriend. I said, you see how you paint your nails? Paint the middle one fucking a different color. And just stick it up right out. Just stick him up when they said he can't hang out. I said, fuck you, who are you?
Can't hang out with you?
But I said it's your fault too. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not giving us some fucking... I'm saying you're an asshole too because there's people who really want to be around you and like you, but you treat them like shit because they're funny looking.
Yeah.
You don't have any ugly friends, so you're one of them too. You're a dirty, rotten piece of garbage like them.
Gotta get some ugly friends.
Yeah, there's a little fat girl that desperately wants to play dolly with you,
There's
asshole.
been so many movies made of that subject. It's like, show one of those movies. See, that's your life. You're these cunty girls, and the fat girl there, you do the makeover on later and invite her in.
Oh, you've seen Mean Girls, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Or something.
Every one of them.
How about
Pretty in Pink.
How about the good-looking guy that dates Miss Fatface and then really falls in love at then? Really?
Yeah.
How about do the reality of that? Go,
Never happened. He fucks her, dumps her, and she kills herself.
She jumps in front of the train at fucking Linden Station at the fucking Jersey Transit.
That was that not believable fucking Queen Latifah movie where she falls in love with the basketball player. and they're in
what
love.
the fuck
That would
was
never
that?
fucking happen.
Carmen.
What was it called? I didn't see the movie, but I saw the trailer. I felt like I saw the movie.
Bullshit.
Because they give away the whole movie
man,
now.
what the fuck?
It was in and out of theaters, but all of a sudden she's an agent or something, and she's the basketball player gets hurt, I think, and she helps him get better.
Common would never go out with Latifah. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm a Latifah fucking supporter. But he would never go, because that's not guys.
No, that's
Common
not
would
guys.
never. He goes out with fucking
Supermodels.
no, Serena. He'll fuck with Serena, but she got
Serena
the
Williams.
Yeah, he fucks with her sometimes, but she got
That's
the
worse
greatest
than
ass
Latifah.
on planet. What did you just say?
Serena Williams?
Come on, man. Stop. Don't even just say nothing with that kind of pride.
I'm not.
Serena Williams.
I'm not trying to be
Her
shocking.
grill is
Serena Williams is
dodgy.
Dude,
but
she
has
way too
the
intimidating.
body. Exactly. You fucking.
No, man.
You're a fucking
Serena
white boy.
Williams.
You're scared to death of that Amazon.
Oh my God.
Of course you are. You probably wouldn't fuck
That is
Sandal
crazy.
Bergman from Conan the Barbarian.
Latifah.
That fucking hot bitch.
Latifah, a little easier than Serena.
A little softer. Come on, man. Stop playing.
Look at that.
Stop playing, man.
Here.
Did you just flip that to me as if what? I'm going to be shocked? Oh, you like that? Yeah. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good, Danny. All right, I was
No,
nervous.
Danny likes that.
Good
Danny's
boy,
totally
man.
into
Good
the,
fucking man, Danny.
Let me see
Into the ass
Latifah.
thing.
What's
Maybe
the matter with you, man?
maybe I'm making maybe I'm making.
Told you
a
had
mistake.
black fans on this show. You're losing them by the fucking thousands right now. What the fuck is wrong with you?
All right. Okay, you know what?
Come on.
Why do y'all always show fucking moose.com? Why don't you
you know
show
what?
when she fucking got a girdle on, you pieces of shit?
All right, you know what? Every picture that comes up, you just shut me down, Patrice. You just shut me down.
She looks like, what's his name? The janitor from Good Times. Fucking Bookman.
Dude,
There you go.
It's not even close. Serena Williams over Latifah.
Serena, I
made a mistake.
Her grill,
I made a mistake.
her grill is not the greatest in the world, but that body, man, everybody's killing
Why don't you put
their brother.
Latifah's face on her body?
Then you got fucking
you got
glory,
something, right?
You got glory, yeah.
Hey, what is this? What is this? What is this that you gave me as we go to break here?
Well, I was also going to say, Brett Ratner's been romantically linked to Serena Williams.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah?
that's good fucking interesting.
He's going to be
Brett,
in studio today.
But Brett Ratner used to direct black music videos, so
Yes.
he probably
He knows that world.
He knows that
Well,
world.
we're going to talk to Brett Ratner next, but the new movie Skyline. What's this bumbling thing?
It's a Bumbling Oaf's interpretation of the Situations book. It's a new production piece.
Oh, like a little book on tape thing
Yeah, but then also with an interpretation.
with an interpretation.
Yes.
All right, let's check this out. Big Mama Prod's in studio today. Patrice O'Neal. Patrice O'Neal in studio. Talking about the McRibs during the break.
Yes, of course.
Patrice had a battle on his hands yesterday. He wanted 2 McRibs, right?
I fucking won though. I won.
You won out? You
I
didn't
won.
get it?
I'm so
You
proud of
won this
myself.
time.
I won that time, boy. But that McRib was calling me. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Boy, the McDonald's commercials really are catering to the black man when it comes to the McRib, too.
Oh, it's delicious.
It's like they threw in one white guy and one Asian, I noticed. He's just like, the white guy's like, oh, McRib, and the Asian guy's eating it. But they show like 20 black people just going, oh, damn!
And then the last one is just a big black dude.
This guy
like,
is licking his fingers, he's licking up to his wrist. His whole hand is in his mouth.
I said,
He's
I'm
loving
a
this.
fucking
What's up, man?
Hey, Brett Ratner in studio.
doing,
We're
Brett?
talking about the McRibs real fast.
McRibs.
and
then
it's not meat.
What
No,
is
no.
it, though?
It's just some delicious.
They ought to do a how
meat
it's made.
substitute.
You know that show How It's Made? They ought to do it on the McRib. I'd love to see.
There's got to be info on the internet.
Because you know someone's not at McDonald's, wherever they get the food, slicing pork loin, and fucking delicately cooking it. That is a molded piece of liquefied pork product with like packing peanuts mixed into an auger.
And it's a stamp. They're just
and then
stamping
they
those
stamp
things
it
out.
in a tool and
To make it
die,
look like a rib.
like they make car parts.
Yeah.
They're just fucking stamping that shit out, and then they cover it with deliciousness,
Brett's face, he don't give a
barbecue
fuck about
sauce.
this at
Brett's
all.
like,
He
I
just
haven't
knows.
been at McDonald's since I was 12 years old.
Good to see you again, man, Brett.
Brett Ratner, how are you, sir?
man.
I'm good. I can't hear anything.
You can't hear
God.
nothing? You all right,
What the hell?
man?
The headphones pull out or something?
Oh, there we go. Good.
There it
Ooh,
is.
that sounds
Yeah,
good.
now you can hear all the good shit that's going on in here today.
I'm a McDonald's French fries guy.
Oh, the fries? Yeah?
Yeah, but I love Burger King for breakfast.
For breakfast? Wow, that's fucked up. Can't imagine that
Wait,
shit.
Horse sandwich.
Wait, Patrice looked at him like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because
I don't even know what that meant.
McDonald's has nothing that competes. Matter of fact,
about the
Burger
Egg
King
McMuffin?
has a new McMuffin, but they call it the Berg Muffin, and it's delicious.
Berg Muffin, what a
much,
ripoff.
much better done than
I
the
thought you
Egg
were eating
McMuffin.
better.
No, this is from years of bad food, nigga. It's like a junkie knowing the best heroin.
My favorite burger of all of them is Wendy's, I gotta say.
Yeah, the Wendy's burger.
That-
Holy shit.
I know that.
You know what, though?
No onions, though.
You've dealt with black people your fucking half your life.
Yeah.
That's why. Black people, Wendy's.
My whole life.
Wendy's is a good shit.
And if you're in a pinch, Burger King is decent too.
And how come
Whopper.
McDonald's is like their commercials completely cater to black people?
Because they're trying to get black people to buy. Black
But
people
they
ain't
do a
super
good job, I
McDonald's, man.
think. I really think black people go to McDonald's a lot
Nah,
more.
man, we fuck with Wendy's.
Yeah.
And we fuck with Burger King. There's no Wendy's around.
Yeah, so they're trying to get some customers away from those two places. That's why
By doing
McDonald's
jazzy
commercials.
McDonald's
Oh,
commercials.
McDonald's, just play the jazz music and things like that. Come in for the McRib sandwich. The guy with the jazzy voice. McDonald's.
Brett Reiner's like, I got up early for this horse shit. We're talking about fast food.
And it's a car full of
Instead of
black
my
people.
movie?
Yeah, it's a car full of black people, and the kids are well behaved. If you're good, you can. Man,
Do black people like aliens?
Oh, yeah, I think
Oh,
the
that's-
movie Aliens.
No, just aliens.
Aliens
In general, do we believe in aliens?
No, do you like movies with aliens in it?
You know what? Yes, I would imagine. I don't think that's fringe.
And look how
Skyline.
And look, now we're talking about Skyline.
Skyline.
Oh,
he's
you directed
he's a
Skyline?
No,
professional.
I produced it.
You produced Skyline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kid from he was in the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
But then he fucking I was nervous about him for a second.
It's not about him though. It's about the aliens.
It's about the aliens that but he's in it. He has a
He's
recognizable
in it, though.
face.
Yeah. He's the human in it.
The human.
Well, there's a lot of them, right?
A few humans, but the aliens are. There's a lot of aliens.
We were talking about the CGI, man. It looks
yeah.
amazing.
The trailers
It's
for this
just
movie are
looks
ridiculous.
crazy.
Now, what are these guys doing? These aliens? I'm trying to figure this movie out.
Well, I'll tell you, they're invading the Earth.
They're very angry.
They're pissed off.
Why are you being
Yeah.
coy about it? The fuck is it top
Nobody
secret?
give it
I want to
away.
know what they doing.
We want people to see the movie.
Yeah.
Wait a minute though, but I'm talking about what you see. You see the guys go, don't look at him in the face. This is shit I already know from the trailer. Don't look at him in the face. They're
Let me
taking
ask you a question. You're driving down the street. There's an accident on the side of the road. Ambulances. Is there one person that's not going to go, oh, my God, look at that over there? Everybody's
You know
going to
what?
look.
I don't look. I look at the guy in front of me, and if I see brake lights, I get on my horn. I'm like, move,
But
you
most
son of
people
a...
are going to look. So these aliens are out there. They're coming.
Now, may I ask, is it it's an attack movie or is it a kidnapping?
Oh, it's an attack movie.
It's an attack and a kidnapping.
Okay.
shit.
All right.
Really? And you found Dan Rather, which is weird.
Yeah.
There he is, right there.
Hey, look at that.
Good old Dan Rather doing the news reports for Skyline. Yeah,
It's a great
I
look,
love
and
Dan Rather.
it's giving
It
me that
looks
feeling
amazing.
that Independence Day gave me
Yeah,
back in the
yeah.
day when I saw trailers.
Except this was done independently. Like literally, these two guys called the Brothers Strauss. I wish I had the Brothers Ratner so I could put some of the blame
It's
on my
the
brother.
Matrix guys?
No, it's the guys who directed Alien versus Predator.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And they're visual effects gurus, and I met them because they did X-Men: The Last Stand. For
It
me.
is ridiculous,
Yeah.
the visual effects.
And they did Benjamin Button. They're incredible. And these guys did this all on their computer. Like literally, they shot this movie like in 20-something days with no money in their own apartment. There were no trailers. I swear to God, this is their building where they live. The whole movie takes place in that building. All of a sudden, they brought out the goods. I mean, these guys, when I saw, they're really good friends.
It is
of mine.
amazing what you
It's
you can
mind-blowing.
do.
It is. It looks like a big budget film.
And
Look
it costs nothing.
How much is nothing?
You want the truth?
Yeah.
All in,
Yeah.
$10 million.
Jesus
The movie
Christ.
looks like
And
it cost $150
Oh,
million.
yeah, it sure does.
It look. It's
Is that
one of those
was that
giant
it, Danny? That's the
scale-looking.
only thing out? That there's-
How excited are you, Brett?
I can't. I'm
You're
just
gonna
happy,
make a
I'm happy to
shitload
be.
off this.
I'm happy just to be a part of it. I got jealous. I was about to direct Superman years ago.
Right.
J.J. Abrams wrote it for me. He was like my writer. All of a sudden, he's directing Mission Impossible. He's got all these big movies. I'm like, damn, I've been sleeping? I was spoiled with Rush Hour with Chris Tucker. Him and I were
the
just
Brandon
spoiled.
Roth Superman you was going to do?
No. Yeah,
Well, I mean,
before that.
I know
Yeah.
that was supposed to be that one.
And
This is all on a computer.
it's unbelievable. With these guys, I'm not kidding, are geniuses. I mean, they did they did Avatar. I mean, visual effects stuff like that. These guys are brilliant. And actually, their first movie, I think, was with Jim Cameron when they were like 19 years old. They're basically computer geeks, but they're
Yeah.
brilliant.
Why not in 3D, sir?
Oh, come on.
3D's taking over the world.
I think the sequel will probably be
Costs a little
3D.
too much.
We didn't have the money for 3D on this one.
You can tell they're really good at it with Microsoft Paint.
Yeah.
That seems to be what they use for the visual effects.
okay.
It's a.
But what's cool is, I mean, the
teasing,
visual
of
effects are
course.
mind-blowing, but it's a great story. It's a character-driven film, and I think it's a movie that you go in there, and I don't think you even. I mean, the story matters. Obviously, we're there to watch a story and to care about the characters. But you're going to be blown away watching them. The visual effects are mind blowing. I mean, literally mind blowing.
Oh yeah.
You feel like it's happening around the world. I mean, these guys are like, and I'm watching the footage as they're shooting, and I'm going, God, not imagining what it's going to be. I know, the design and the creature and everything, and then all of a sudden, these guys are visionaries. I mean,
there's something else going on here. There's the aliens, which is great. The machines, the friggin'
Black Scrubs. Is that I seen?
But then there's something else going. Black Scrubs. Then there's something else going on with the. If you look at this thing. Something happens to you.
The thing is, I think, honestly, what this film's going to do more than anything, whether it's the biggest hit in the world or not, what it's going to do is really change the model. Every movie studio is going to change their way of making movies because they're not going to say, why do we need to spend $250 million to make an event movie?
Yeah.
These kids made it for $10 million. And look at this shit. I mean, it looks like it's $100 million movie, which blew me away. Yeah, I'm just happy to be on the bandwagon.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's something fucked up happening because the Statue of Liberty's panties are showing in. Anytime the Statue of Liberty's fucking drawers is...
Yeah, there's a problem.
Yeah, she got a fucking tampon on. It's Jesus.
Basically, the premise is mass abduction on a global scale. That's what it is. On a global scale, these aliens are coming in. You look into the light... You get sucked into the spaceship. You just look up, and it's calling you. People by masses are just going out in the street. They're going out in the street, and all of a sudden you look up, and that shit sucks you up, and I'm telling you, it's gonna freak people out.
See, I didn't know what to ask. I don't know what the secret now. Are we food? Are they populating their planet?
Don't tell me.
I don't want to ruin it.
I don't want to know.
I thought that might have ruined it just now.
Listen, the film...
you can kind of see they're sucking people up.
The film deals with the end of the earth, but I'm telling you, they're not just killing you. So that's what's going to freak you out. They're not just killing you.
Is it an hour, 50, 2 hours?
It's 62 minutes. No, I'm fucking with you.
Well, they're going, wait a minute.
You're going to leave the theater wanting more.
Wait a minute. 62.
I like Brad.
The thing is, I make kind of reality-based, kind of action comedies most of them. And I've done Red Dragon, the prequel to Silence of the Lambs. I've done, Family Man. I did, but most of my stuff is kind of, X-Men, kind of reality. I mean, the truth is, this movie is an alien movie, but you buy it. I mean, that's the thing that's going to scare the shit out of you. That's why I said we got to get somebody like Dan Rather, somebody that is going to be a voice that's going to say, because Steve Hawking is saying, this guy, right? The guy he's like, aliens are coming. And there's people in America that really, really believe this.
Yeah.
So these, I'm telling you.
Jesse the Body.
No, I'm telling you. This isn't a Scientology shit. I mean, people are saying that it's coming. And this movie just kind of is like everyone's fears. Like, what would you do? Basically, this is dealing with what would you do if aliens came? How would you deal with what would you do? You're in this building.
You get rape.
Just hide.
I got to be honest. I'd get a bunch of guns and just commit a lot of horrible sexual crimes.
Knowing the laws are going to change drastically by tomorrow.
The law's very, very busy
right
at that point, so I think I'd get away with it.
But you can't just say the aliens are coming. What's their proof? Why are they saying that?
No, I'm just saying scientists, people. I mean, if you look, that report, by the way, that Dan Rather report. And I'm telling you right now, the Dan Rather report was a real report with another journalist that we couldn't license, that we couldn't use, and we went verbatim. The Stephen Hawking thing, about Stephen Hawking saying that the aliens are coming, blah, 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 that is a real report that we recreated. I mean, look on the internet. I mean, it's like the most talked about shit in the world. I mean, and that's why these films, are really working.
I don't believe in aliens at all.
You don't believe in aliens?
No,
I believe.
Well, just like ghosts. I don't believe in things that tease you, and they don't do that. Like
do that.
I believe
shit.
in that. If that happens, I don't believe in peeking around.
Maybe they don't have a reason to do that yet.
Their reasoning,
whatever
they're
their
fucking
reasoning
hiding behind clouds. And they're still studying. We shit every day and die every day.
Yeah, I don't know if they're hiding
They're
behind
trying
clouds.
to figure it out. I don't believe it.
I believe there's aliens out there. I'm not sure about the whole UFO thing.
I believe there's life somewhere in the spooker system, and they don't know us either. They're walking around, except for their fucking noses is on their forehead, and they're fucking shopping at the alien Whole Foods. That's what the fuck they're doing.
And they got the same
bunch
problems
of douchebags.
What if they look like you and me, though?
They do. It was probably fuck them. You know what? I bet they probably do look like us.
Yeah.
Because they're going by the same.
If they're going by the same
things that the universe is going by,
same rules of the universe.
The same rules of the universe. So it's probably the same shit, except maybe different sun.
Slight variation.
I can believe there's a Krypton out there, but Superman will die.
You think there's
here?
You think there's blacks on other other
There's
planets?
different colors. There's niggas. I don't know if there's blacks,
See, I can't say
but there's a fucking green and orange motherfucker who gets fucked over. And fucking
They're called giggers
on Sloufon 5, nigga.
You're talking about like that. See, you're talking like they really exist. So you start to believe it.
No, I believe
He
in.
believes in other life forms, but that's what an alien is.
But I don't believe in that they're here. They didn't build the pyramids. They didn't do nothing special.
Who built the damn pyramids? Though?
Some fucking
Egyptians.
Goddamn,
Yeah, who built
Yul
the
Brynner.
pyramids?
Yul Brynner.
He built them.
What about those ancient landing strips?
With the signs.
You don't think they are either?
The lines. What
the lines and
in
shit
the,
where
in
they're
the
saying that's
mountains?
Old man with a great lawnmower that's doing fucking.
Not that. I'm talking about the stuff that is carved into the rocks and shit,
those
right?
things. They're only like a quarter of an inch deep, these things, but they're visible from airplanes.
Why are there landing strips when alien ships can just go and do
down
that?
and- yeah,
Where's that
yeah.
one? Where's that?
So they had a fucking Mayan
Hold on.
with
look.
2 flags.
Look, that's an ancient.
Just stop.
Yeah, there's ancient airstrips. Some of them are in Peru.
Yeah, man.
what
Why
are the things in,
why are they in Peru like
What
that?
are those? How about the sculpture, the faces? What are they called? The
The Sphinx or the
no. The
On Mars?
no.
No, I know
Easter
you're talking
Island?
about.
Easter, yeah.
yeah, the heads on Easter
I
Island.
believe that people had a lot of time, dude, with sticks and forks, and they carved heads.
They just
That's
carved
crazy.
stuff.
They
Yeah,
didn't
how
have
the fuck
cranes.
do they make that?
With fucking
People-
you think
everything.
aliens did that and left them there?
Yeah, why not?
Why? Here's my thing.
Why not?
I could believe in it, but I don't like all this playing around. That's what I'm saying. I don't like the
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
around. That's my problem. It's like the aliens are these supernatural things that are watching us and gathering information and abducting us, but they're playing around.
Land in Central Park, motherfucker.
Yeah, like stop playing.
Get out, start
What
shooting
are you
people
gonna
with ray
do if
guns.
they start landing? What the hell?
I
are you
fucking cry like everybody else is gonna cry.
You're gonna become a little bitch.
I'm gonna cry exactly. I'm gonna fucking whine and have them fucking, you know.
I got this guy right here.
Hopefully they want to eat fucking white people.
Look, that's a real alien. The Ack alien.
Like this is why the kind of movies that you're doing,
Skyline,
gets
in theaters tomorrow.
It's visceral to me. Like I said, when I saw Independence Day the first, or that visceral feeling when you see the giant tidal wave that's in every end of the world. That.
Like, ooh.
Well, this is the end of the world
Fucks me
movie,
up.
but
that for those. So I'm
they're
interested in
kidnapping
Skyline.
people too. So don't be scared if you're sitting in Magic. Is there a Magic Johnson Theater in New York? People are gonna be screaming at the screen.
Uptown.
Run, motherfucker, run!
So you're putting your reputation on this movie there, Brett?
I love the movie. I
love
think
the movie
I think it's
Skyline.
more. It's more than just loving the movie. I really think it's when I love young filmmakers, guys are up and coming that are smarter than me, better than me, going to the next level, like JJ did with his movies that he's directing. These two young guys are really young. I mean, to me, I'm an old man now, but these guys are kids. And I did my first movie when I was 26. These guys are probably 30 right now, and they're blowing my mind. It's like they grew up, watching my movies, and I'm now learning from them, which is incredible.
Talking about like J.J. Abrams and stuff, I could still I've watched that Star Trek movie 20 times, and I can watch
I got
it
it on my
again.
iPod. I gotta watch it. It's
It's
supposed to
great,
be
man.
fantastic.
I'm not a Star Trek fan either. and I
It's
love
one
that
of the
movie.
best movies as far as taking a subject that's been beaten to death. Star Trek. I mean, how many fucking movies have they made and everything? And
But that's what I'm saying,
series, and then
reinventing
making
shit.
it completely new. And
But that's what I
different.
love. This, thinking outside the box and not worrying about what other people did in the past. That's what I love.
Right.
It. It's like I love seeing people pass me up. I'm not one of those guys. Fuck those young motherfuckers. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm the man. I really believe that the next generation is just keeps getting better, right? Like the guys
when
who
you're
did it
back in
before
a
you.
$10 million
I wish I had a
movie
chance
that's
to be in
gonna
the
probably
next
fucking make
generation.
$40 million on the
These
first
are
night.
these are guys that have like Brett and J.J. Abrams and a couple other guys. Are the guys I remember I had a meeting. I said, man, one day I want to be like what's the big boy? The big boy. Big boy.
Lucas?
The producer.
Spielberg.
Oh.
Nah, he's in your genre. His partner died.
Oh, Jerry Bruckheimer.
I said Bruckheimer. I said, man, I would love to produce something and then like just shoot him off like Bruckheimer. The guy laughed in my fucking face. But stop, Brad. J.J. Abrams, yeah, he looked away and shit. He was like, you can do it. That's like them fucking aliens. A fucking nigga Bruckheimer ain't gonna happen. But you see, Ratner and J.J. are the guys. You can see the guys that are coming up to like be the new Bruckheimers that are in there, and JJ's in there, like, you know, like that. And I always wondered how does a guy like J.J. Abrams get to be the Star Trek guy, or how does Peter Jackson get to be the fucking Hobbit guy?
You know what it is? It's just you know, guys come up and they move out of the way, and you never, you know, it's like the guys, you know, when I was doing, I remember before me when I was doing music videos, Hype Williams was doing videos before me, and he was the hot shit. And then all of a sudden, I started coming up, and then all of a sudden, when I went on to do movies, Paul Hunter, I remember, came to see me. He was like, "God, I'm only doing these $10,000-$20,000 music videos. How am I going to get to do this guy's?" Then he became the next guy. So you know, there's always the next guy.
No, but I
coming
mean, literally.
Yeah.
These guys get their fucking hands on King Kong. Like, how do you get your hands on the product?
Well,
Meaning not how do you direct it, but how do you
on a huge franchise?
You know what it
like,
is?
how do you go, I own this shit. I'm fucking the King Kong guy now.
I knew I'd be making movies. I never dreamed I'd be making movies as big as I was. You know what I mean? I never thought, God, I'd be making a movie like Rush Hour, X-Men, or $200 million movie. I never thought, because when I was a kid, I remember seeing Batman and going, oh my God, never dreamed I'd make a movie as big as that. And then I do X-Men, it's bigger than that. It's, I don't think you know. I think you just gotta, you know, I don't want to be corny or anything, but you gotta believe in yourself and your time.
No, it's the wrong. I think I'm being literal.
Well,
it's not how do you make, but how J.J. Abrams
obviously
got his hands.
You gotta have the talent, but
on
then you gotta,
Star Trek.
Peter Jackson's a prime example.
How do you get your hands on
went
Star
from
Trek?
Directing movies that were, you know, all right. They're these cheesy horror movies, and then he gets one of the biggest franchises in history and does an amazing job with it.
Well, he was passionate about it. He had a point of view. He had an idea. He got in the door, because I think what it is it's passion, tenacity, persistence. I don't give up.
But if you look at his earlier movies,
even
right before
there's no
he
rhyme.
did
If you looked at
Lord
my
of the
student
Rings.
films, you'd be like, this guy's never going to make it in a million years.
Why would they hand him Lord of the Rings, for God's sake?
You know, people learn, they grow, they focus, they get, you know, it's not only, it's look, I think it's a lot of luck too, but luck is when opportunity meets preparation. I got an opportunity, I was prepared. I got offered movies before I did Rush Hour, but I didn't want to do them because I said, I'm going to fuck this up. I'm not ready. So I went and did, I said, I'm going to do 100 music videos before I do one movie. That was my strategy. Then I do that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm ready now. I did Money Talks.
Money Talks is great.
Yeah, that was my first movie.
Matter of fact, that goddamn Chris, that was... Even though I think his best acting job was Fifth Element, to be honest. But
you didn't understand
he's
what the fuck
great
he was saying in Fifth Element.
Fucking made me laugh.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Corbin, I can't do this, Corbin. I can't do this, Corbin.
What was your biggest music video? Would you say?
God, Madonna. I did all the Mariah Carey. I won Video of the Year for Madonna, Beautiful Stranger with Austin Powers. Remember that one?
Sure.
Yeah,
the one with Austin Powers. But look, opportunities came, and I grabbed it. I said, you know what happened with Chris Tucker? I saw Chris Tucker doing stand-up on the Def Comedy Jam. Russell would send me to go see the black comedians, and out of all of them, the funniest one was Chris Tucker. And I went up to him, I said, hey man, I'm an up-and-coming, I'm a music video director. I want you to be in my Heavy D video, Nothing But Love. I got Nothing But Love.
Was that fucking... He seemed... And talent was in that.
Yes.
You put talent in
I saw
there.
talent and Chris Tucker doing stand-up, and I said, you guys, I want to put you in the video. Chris was like, how much money you got, man?
That seemed like yesterday.
I said, I only got $500.
And Chris Tucker, quite frankly, Def Jam, when it was big, voted greatest bit of all time on Def Jam, history of Def Jam.
What, Chris
Bernie
Tucker?
Mac was second.
Oh, Bernie Mac? Chris Tucker, right?
Chris Tucker, Michael Jackson as a pimp.
Yeah.
Greatest stand-up bit on Def Jam.
But I saw him rehearse. I saw him, audition. And I went to him and I said, I got $500. He goes, I need 1,000. I go, I don't have it. He goes, can I keep the wardrobe? And so I gave him $500, gave him the wardrobe. He did the video, became the biggest video on MTV. It was the first time like urban rap videos were, because remember it was all rock and roll on MTV. Yeah. He does the video, blows up, okay? 3 months later, I'm starting to direct big videos for D'Angelo, Madonna, Mariah. All of a sudden, I just thought of it. I said, you know what? He was so good in the video. I sent him a check for $500, and I guess he got it when he really needed it. And I had not seen him again. He went on to do Friday and blew the fuck up. Yeah. Then he goes and does Dead Presidents. He got paid $15,000 to do Friday. Okay? Then he got $25,000 to star in Dead Presidents.
Jesus. Then Money Talks.
And then the head of New Line...
hire you?
Yes.
Chris Tucker hired you? Okay.
Then New Line Cinema calls him up and says, we want you to do this movie, Money Talks. He does it. He's about to do it. They got some big commercial director. I don't remember the guy's name. And the guy goes to the head of the studio a week before they're supposed to start shooting. He said, "This guy Chris Tucker, man, he's only improvising. He doesn't want to say the lines on the page." He goes, "What are you saying?" He goes, "Let's fire him because I can't control him." Now, if a director can't control the actors, you have no right being the director. The head of the studio says to the guy, "You're fired." Fires the guy, calls him Chris Tucker, goes, "What are we going to do? We don't have a director. We got to start shooting." In 1 week, goes, "I remember this cool white boy, Brett Ratner."
Jesus.
Calls me in. They hire me. A week later, I'm shooting my first movie. Now look at that. Now,
that's
a little luck, obviously, but you were prepared.
But also, I was prepared. But it was also that fact that look, I
did the right thing by Chris Tucker.
Meaning, I took care of him. I didn't give him the $5 because I thought he was going to become a big movie star and just hire me one day. I just said, you know what? He did right by me. I got 10 more videos after that. I was a selfless guy. I said, you know what? I'm going to hook this guy up because he needed the money. I knew he needed the money, and then he blew up, and that's how it is. I'm saying, remember the people on the way up, because if not, you're going to see him back on the way down. That's a good lesson.
Ralph Cramden said.
Yeah.
And doing this radio show.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I need help. I want to make a remake, and I'm dead serious.
Which one?
I need to remake The Warriors.
Oh, yeah?
I think they've been working on that for years.
Yeah, this guy's going to fuck it up, whoever's doing it.
Who's remaking The Warriors?
Trying to get a script.
They'll make it PC or something.
No, he wants to do it in Los Angeles. The person.
No, you got to do it in New York.
But he's not doing it in
New York. Isn't the New York
guy's name? I understand that,
but it's not the same New York it used to be.
Peter Jackson.
No.
Oh shit.
He wants to do it through Los Angeles, man. I need it. I'm gonna buy it from him. I want to get it. Help me get it, Brett. I already got it. Rock cast as Cyrus.
Cyrus.
Oh, really? That's a good idea.
The Rock is cast as Cyrus. I already got the fucking movie in my head.
In my Superman, Chris Rock was Jimmy Olsen.
Oh shit!
I had I said Chris Rock is Jimmy Olsen. I had a whole spin on it.
How's he gonna hold the camera with his fingers all twisted up?
But by the way, I'm shooting a movie in New York City. I'm here for like 6 months, right?
What movie are you shooting? Oh, I see.
You didn't know that? I'm shooting a movie called Tower Heist. Been working on it for 3.5 years. It's a movie that
big names is in it.
Eddie Murphy brought me the idea. Okay, and it's Eddie Murphy and Ben Stiller together. And basically, it's a bunch of blue-collar guys working in a building in New York City, like the Trump Internet, some of these big high-rise buildings. And all of a sudden, this guy, like a Bernie Madoff guy, lives in the penthouse of the building. And he does a Ponzi scheme, and he loses all the employees' pension fund. So he gets put under house arrest. So imagine, he's under house arrest in the penthouse, and he's lost everybody's life savings. So the doorman, the elevator guy, the guy who works in the garage, the guy loses all their money. And and all of a sudden, he's under house arrest. And Ben Stiller, who's like the manager of the building, finds out that he's hiding $20 million in his apartment. So they got to break into the apartment while the Bernie Madoff character is in the apartment 24 hours a day under house arrest. There's 2 FBI agents sitting outside the front door. And it's only one door in, and it's during the Thanksgiving Day parade when there's 10,000 cops on the street below, and they got to get in that apartment and steal the $20 million. It's crazy.
Matthew Broderick's in this movie too,
Matthew
right?
Broderick plays the tenant who's they're foreclosing because there's fucked up times in the building. Who helps with the heist? I got Gabby from Precious. I got Precious in it.
Who she play? The building?
She's playing the house. Holy shit! Yo, you can't go there, man.
Look at it! He looking me up and down. Hey, who's talking, fat man? That don't mean my eyes are broke, nigga.
He's about to say that you could be a stand-in for Precious if she's sick one day.
Damn.
If Precious is sick one day,
the 12th floor.
Patrice is gonna get the call. Look, he's like, "Help me, get me out of here."
But she's great. She's playing one of the housekeepers who's an expert. See, the thing about this ain't like Ocean's 11, okay? These guys aren't professional thieves. They're regular blue-collar guys. They're underdogs. And they've been saying, we've been scoping out this building for 11 years and we haven't even known it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
because
yeah.
they've been
Who's the Bernie Madoff guy?
Right.
Alan Alda. I got Casey Affleck in it. I got Casey Affleck. I got Eddie Murphy, Ben Stiller, who together, I mean, those are the two big. I mean, those guys.
Saw that shit.
And by the way,
awesome.
this is an edgy part for Eddie Murphy. This is going back to what he did back in the day when he did Beverly Hills Cop.
Is he still in the mood to do that shit?
Oh, hell yeah.
Scott.
Yeah, we got to get them out of here.
Oh, yeah.
We got to get Brett out of here.
Tony Scott.
That's who's doing the Warriors.
Brett.
Yes, man.
So you got a busy day. We wanted to ask you about Bush, too. Maybe next time. You took a plane with Bush.
I did?
That's what Norton's saying.
Norton's lying.
Edward Norton?
Jimmy Norton.
All right. Maybe
That
not.
I took a plane with George Bush?
Yeah.
No. I had
Air
dinner
Force One.
Oh, wow. Norton set us up bad.
No, with his father. I was with his father.
Okay. Maybe for next time.
And
Yeah,
who's spreading rumors about Serena Williams?
That was my girlfriend.
You used to go out with Serena.
Yeah.
Delicious.
You're impressed?
Patrice loves
2 years. That was my girl.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. I did Prison Break. I created that show, Prison Break. Right? I literally had to go to prisons just because we were doing research. And all of a sudden, when I go into the main cell block, people are like, yo, Ratner, yo, Brett, yo, Brett. And I'm like, how the fuck? God, they watch a lot of Rush Hour in here. And I realized it was because I literally went and started getting closer, and I went in and looked in every cell. I don't want to get spit on and had shit thrown at me. But I was literally walking up to every cell block, and I was shocked. I thought there'd be a picture of Halle Berry, Beyonce. Every single cell had a picture of Serena in that cat.
You packing Major Wood, huh?
No.
For you to fucking, because he wasn't afraid like some white guys. Just
you know what's funny?
He got mega wood. That's why I fuck with black people, man.
Let me tell you.
God damn it! What you packing, a 9?
Let me tell you something.
That was fearless.
Let me tell you something crazy. Every two demos came to me, approached me when I was dating her. Every white guy, okay, Colin Farrell, everybody. Tell me what that's like. Because normally, everyone's like, yo, what is it? Because they're intimidated. I mean, she's
scary.
She's
man.
I mean, she's bigger than me, by a lot. I'm more muscular, right? And
but you introduced her to cunnilingus because them motherfuckers from Compton, they don't eat pussy. He went down, and she's like, oh my Lord, oh my Lord.
And then the other one was black girls just started coming up on me. Going,
because
they were like,
you're taking care of her.
But then I started getting heckled at the tennis matches. I'm like, what you doing with my sister, man? People getting pissed off.
Fuck them.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you, man.
Black guys are
you know who
probably
introduced me? Michael Jackson introduced me to Serena.
Really?
Michael was staying in my house in Miami for about 3 months, and there was a doorbell ring, and it was Serena. I'm like, and we walk in, she's like, I'm here to see Michael, and I'm like, oh. So he came in, I'm like, hi.
How do you make that move?
Because he came in with fucking little dude confident like this motherfucker, because nobody comes out of like that.
Her.
He fucking looked up at her and go, you know what I'll do to you? And she
lost it, right?
Lost it.
It's not that. I had to
stop fucking.
I had to be her friend first for a long time.
Oh, you went friend zone.
Well, no, I didn't know. I didn't even. But this is what happened. I made one move, and she said, "If you're the last man on earth, Brett, I'm looking me dead in the eye, dead serious, and it ain't ever gonna happen. So don't even try it." When someone says that to me,
it's a challenge.
I'm going after that.
Yeah. Damn.
I like when a girl says that.
And
to
he
me.
went right down on that fucking beady cooch hair. Oh, Brett had munched his way to glory. Fuck, I'm jealous, you motherfucker. He munched his way to goddamn glory.
We could talk to you all day, Brett.
Damn, man.
Son of a bitch.
I love hanging out with you guys. Thanks for having me. Really, I think people need to see this movie.
Skyline tomorrow, yeah.
Skyline, go see it, because if you love aliens, if you love going to a movie and getting scared to death and being terrified and having fun in the movie, but more so if you want to see something that is, like when I was a kid and I saw Star Wars, and I'm not comparing to Star Wars.
Right.
There was a defining moment because I was like, God damn, look what they're doing. Technologically, these guys are going to a whole other level.
Yeah, we were just talking about how amazing it.
When's it coming out?
Tomorrow, man.
It's tomorrow.
You better buy your ticket online.
I'm fucking retired for about 2-3 months. I'm going to go tomorrow.
You got to go tomorrow.
Just mellowing out.
Yeah,
get all your friends and just
done
do
for
it.
a while.
I'm going tomorrow.
Go with a group of.
I'm actually going to spend money on this motherfucker.
All right,
no
man.
bootleg. Ladies and gentlemen, no bootleg. We're spending money on Brett Ratner. This is for Serena. Not for Brett. We got it from
after bootlegs.
No Harlem bootlegs. We're going to see that fucking Skyline.
I'm looking for a girl. So if you got a girl from all you single ladies out there, I'm looking to settle down.
She might have a weave and fucking hair. You're getting big enough to date white women now. You fucking forget all of that shit.
But I like a big ass. That's the problem.
You should have been a real producer.
In Italy, there's mamalistas, or men who like big breasts, or culistas. I'm definitely the culista man. I'm the culo man.
I'm proud of you, man.
I like a big ass.
I'm proud of you. And the movie making also, sir.
Thanks for having me, man.
Brett, thank you.
All right, man. My dreams are coming true. Thanks, guys.
All right, Brett Ratner, Skyline, tomorrow in theaters. Check it out. Check out the trailer at least, and you'll be hooked, man. All right, we're going to take a quick. Why Guns N' Roses? I'm so confused. It's his feet. I know, but he plays Guns N' Roses?
If someone punched in at the beginning of our show, they'd be like, "Did they play fucking thing from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly?"
I thought it was our coming back music. And then I find out we're playing some wimpy shit.
Yeah, what was that?
No.
We're playing wimpy shit.
That was a little funk for Patrice there.
What's that going to be? A wedding
Patrice
song?
doesn't
What the
need
fuck?
funk. What was it?
It was from an Ice Cube song. It's sample from Brick called Daz.
What are you trying to do?
You change it up a little bit.
Patrice didn't even know you did that.
Because Guns N' Roses was playing.
It's the least you could do. Thanks.
I would have preferred Civil War.
Demi Moore is fucking 48.
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher's what? 19, 20?
Nah,
He
he's
used to
up
be.
there now, finally. He's probably 30.
30-something? Come on.
He's probably 35, I would guess.
Gotta be. 48.
Gotta be. He's been around a while. Like the Demi Moore at 48.
Three kids, right?
Yeah,
she has
she's
3
second-
kids.
Gorgeous.
As far
48.
as 48 goes, she wears it well, though, right? She wears 48.
When they're out.
No?
You ever seen the pictures?
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
those pictures when they show celebrities that are older and they look good when they're out at premieres and stuff. I like when they show them taking out their garbage and
Right,
getting their
in the
mail.
morning.
And when
Without
there's
the
no
makeup
makeup
Oh,
on and
you
shit.
ever see makeupless Uma Thurman?
Really? Danny? Danny's
have it
right
in
You
on
would
it.
name a Uma. That's what her name would be. If she didn't have a name and you see her
you're
taking out the garbage,
Here we go.
You go,
That's Uma. Whoa.
Not quite that.
How about this? Whoa.
Oh, not quite that sassy Mia Wallace.
You know, she has natural beauty.
Oh, is that it?
Why couldn't we ask Brett about Michael Jackson? He had to run out of here. Fucking
that was a weird. I was looking around.
to hang out. I wanted him
Did
to
you
talk
just
about
say
Michael
Mike
Jackson.
was just hanging at your crib?
Hanging in. What are you doing?
And he says it so casually, like, hey.
And Serena's like, I'm here to see Michael?
Yeah.
That's a weird story.
I know, but
And he had to just bounce, right?
I know he was late. Actually,
he was already,
Yeah, it was George
overtime.
Animal Steel was hanging out with me and fucking.
I would be like, what? I want to know more about
What's
that.
your?
That's the day Patrice fucked.
Hold on. What's your Patrice? What's your version of that story?
Nothing.
I know. That's what I'm getting.
Nothing. I don't have a style.
And you're in entertainment, but you're not hanging with Michael Jackson and Serena Williams comes by
let me
to
tell
say
you
hi.
something. I get uncomfortable because I saw Mos Def at the airport.
Yeah.
He comes up to, I'm in line. He goes, "Hey, what's up, P?" And I'm like, I know you, but
Yeah.
I don't like. Did Mos Def say "What's up, P" to me? Like
that's
it made
pretty
me
cool.
nervous. It was cool, but I'm such a fucking uncomfortable
Yeah.
in Hollywood that I didn't know what to just say. Hey, what's up, Mos Def? Or MD? Or I know of him.
What do you say?
I saw Ernie Hudson on a plane. I'm quiet the whole fucking time. He's ordering shit with Equal, and I want to say to him badly. I said, "Man, that's poison, sir. You know, you living a long time, man. Just try not to drink." But I just was keeping quiet. I didn't want to go.
Who's he?
But
Ghostbuster guy?
Ernie Hudson,
Yeah.
And I go, I'm just sitting there going, this guy is like black royalty, I would say. He's in the black community. Ernie's pretty
Oh
big.
yeah, sure.
And I just figured, leave him alone. Like
yeah. You wouldn't. Why would you?
like when
bother
people
him?
recognize me as a person in this business, it makes me it weirds me out. Like when they go, "What's up, man? Oh man, I'm a big fan." And I go, "Thank you, dude, that I seen on TV too, but
Sure.
I don't really know." So
But I
the
wouldn't come up
idea
too.
of fucking Michael Jackson at your house and then Serena comes and goes, "Hi, I'm here to see Michael." That seems like some weird thing that don't
Yeah,
even
what's going
exist
on?
in the fact that Hollywood exists. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
I don't have any I hung out with this guy's stories and shit. And my friend, I got a buddy in Boston who hates that I'm not like that. Because he comes here and, you know, he sleeps on the fucking blow up mattress and shit.
And he's hoping someone famous stops by.
He's
he
hoping
wants a
that
little piece of that.
He's like, yo, where the party's at?
Oh, thinking it's gonna be a
call up.
where the party's
Call
at.
up your Hollywood friends.
Motherfucker, you don't know Peebo Bryson, nigga? Call up George Clinton. Ain't he having a party at his house? Where the cocaine and white women? I'm like, nigga, I don't fuck with that. I come home after I do a show. This motherfucker's like, you suck.
Oh, shit, he wanted
He's
the
hoping
late
to bring
night
the party to your house.
Yeah,
Right?
nigga, where the bitches?
Oh, right on. You know the
Here
song.
I'm here now, baby, like a doggy. That fucking racist. What's his name again?
It's Nuge, right?
Yeah, Ted Nugent.
Hey, they're playing good music over there.
Here now, baby.
Was that a Kasha without any makeup?
Kesha, whatever.
Kesha?
Yeah.
Kasha, Kasha.
She's brutal, man.
Kashi.
Actually,
She looks like a
she's
regular
all
girl.
right. You fucking put a little eye makeup on her.
Yeah, exactly.
Her bathing suit pictures are way worse than that.
Are they?
Tyler Durden
who
has the
is she?
bathing suit pictures.
Who is she?
Yeah.
What's she do?
Kesha does TikTok and.
She sings?
Yeah, singer.
Is there new bikini pictures on What Would Tyler Durden Do?
Was she a mess?
I'm trying to
What's wrong with her?
help our pal out if there's new pics. They like getting the bad bikini pictures of Kesha.
What's wrong with her, in your opinion?
Kesha, she's got a flat ass. First of
Does
all,
she? Oh, okay. I
Why,
didn't know.
you're a fan of what's wrong with her? There,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a problem.
Where you want to start?
That's a problem. Wow, what she got like a
Her body's
belly?
rectangular with rectangular with
She's got
fucking
no
legs.
shape.
She's built like the nigga. She's built like the nigga before the alien came out in the first Alien. That's how his stomach was.
She's 30.
Fucking the guy that got the shit attached to his face.
Yeah, right.
All pasty.
That's the kitchen scene.
Her numbers are 36, 36, 36.
What? Look at
What
her.
happened?
Yeah, that is an awful ass.
That's hilarious.
That's her fucking numbers, man.
She should not be wearing a bikini.
This.
Oh, my
God.
And she, her
new
best
bikini
friend makes
pictures
sure
of
she's
Kesha.
standing right next to her because that ass look like Serena's standing next to her.
She's supposed to be a
is
sex symbol, man.
How the
Go to
fuck did that happen?
whatwouldTylerDurdenDo.com, www.tdd.com.
Dude, punch up another one with her ass in a bikini.
It is
little
the
thing there.
flattest ass in the history
Go,
of flat
go to
ass.
the next one over. Go to that one. Yeah, I want to see that one.
Good Lord.
Oh, my God.
God, she's got no curve in her back that then goes
There's
out
no
to an ass.
curve anywhere.
It goes from her shoulder blades to her lower back to her ass in a complete straight line.
Oh,
Oh, fuck, what an awful ass.
that is. Even if she bends over, she can't make an ass
The
out of that.
fucking
Go to
balls.
Google Images and pop up a hot picture of her, and let's see what they fucking
Make
the
her
magic.
into?
Let's see what the magic they can fucking perform.
That's what
The magic of Oz. The man behind the
magic.
curtain.
Yes.
What does he do here?
That's what the boys at www.tdd.com should do. Wow, that's the same broad.
All right, get one
I
with
need
some
a better
makeup.
one. Let me get a. I need a
Get on some
That ain't a
makeup on
bad
her
one
face.
compared to what
She
we
looks-
just saw.
she looks the
That's
same
a
to me.
miracle.
Go to that one
She's
with
got a
her
miracle
little,
worker.
yeah.
Okay,
Helping her
can
out.
I be fair to her?
Yeah.
Her stilo is a flat weird ass. Her steez, that's her steez. I'm a mess.
What?
So she doesn't have a stilo that's sexy. Her thing is.
Yeah,
They
her
even
thing
make her
is to be
face
a
look
mess.
good.
I mean, this one, but she has a goth kind of mess thing to her anyway.
But her face
Get that
doesn't
one
even-
where she's on the bed, laying down right there. Down, second row, over one. Keep going. No,
Yeah,
no,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah, that one. Let me see that. Because that's like,
God,
it's in the
that's
bathtub.
fucking hot.
See,
man.
that's like.
But she doesn't
but
look
she
like
doesn't
that
look like
at
that.
all.
Nah.
She's sitting in that bathtub. That flat ass is up against the porcelain underneath the water.
It's a drain stop.
She stopped the drain with her flat fucking flap that goes over the drain ass.
Yeah, if someone goes 36, 36, 36, that's a rectangle. Yes.
Yeah,
it's
that's what
barely
she
a
looks
joke.
like.
You got to go see these pictures. There's no shape to her.
And this goes back to what my Facebook theory,
Yeah.
where you have this picture, which is the profile pic.
Right,
and it's
right.
all nice, and she's all sexy in the bathtub. But then that's the tagged photos of Kesha.
On her friend's
Yeah.
site.
Sure.
So you get the
Yeah.
more honest.
See, that's Tyler Durden putting up Kesha and then tagging her.
tagging it right.
If you were seen with Kesha on the beach with her
What does that
looking
mean,
like that,
tag
your
photo?
friends would laugh at you.
Yes, you
Should we have a
would.
different?
They'd be like, what are you doing?
Friends picture.
Alex Jones.
Oh.
I don't know what it means.
Hi, welcome to the show.
Sir?
Shit.
I'm here, guys. It's great to be back.
There he is.
I was just fucking around. You really there?
I'm here waiting in the wings.
What the hell was up with the Guns N' Roses music? I'm very confused. Do you know? Probably not.
We were just sending you music to give you audio to know that we were connected to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how
I
it
got
works.
you. We got
That's how it
Patrice
works.
O'Neal in studio.
Alex has no patience for anything.
Nah.
You have patience, Alex, don't
He
you?
told you
exposing
exactly
stuff.
what it was.
He's busy exposing things.
A couple things. We were just talking about aliens because Brett Ratner was in studio. He's producing that movie Skyline that starts tomorrow. And he thinks the aliens are on their way and they're going to be attacking soon. What do you got on that, Alex?
Well, we know that obviously Hubble telescope in orbit has photographed hundreds and hundreds of billions of galaxies. And now it's been able to look even further out into space and begin to photograph clusters of trillions of galaxies with just unbelievable amounts of planets orbiting those tens of trillions of suns. And so there's no doubt that there's life in the universe outside of our tiny planet, 2/3 of the way out on the spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy. That said, search the term Project Bluebeam. And Project Bluebeam is a partially declassified U.S. government program to have fake alien landings as a pretext to unify the planet around world government against an outside threat. And now the United Nations, the Vatican, and others have appointed full-time ambassadors who are on call 24/7 to meet the aliens when they land. And so we know through the mainstream media and the controllers of culture that they're really imprinting the public mind and the subconscious with the idea that the aliens are coming. And under Project Bluebeam, they admittedly have programs to project giant flying saucers into the sky, Buddha, Jesus, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man if they choose.
So you don't believe in the horse shit with the aliens, right, Alex?
Well, I'm saying that I don't know if aliens have visited the Earth.
But do you feel that way? Do you think that happened?
I know that there's a government program to create fake flying saucers in the sky, and I know that the Air Force admits in the 40s, 50s, and 60s that the Army, Air Corps, and the Air Force and others hyped up the UFO phenomenon to cover up their secret
personally, and I'm saying personally, your personal just, you live in, do you personally feel like there's aliens watching us?
To be clear, I believe that there is life in the universe. I don't know if there's aliens.
I feel the same way there's life, but I don't believe in fucking that they're watching us. And the only reason I don't believe it is because I don't believe if they had the technology, or like if we had the technology to watch things, that we would just be peeking for 10,000 years and then come out of a cloud and whatever. I just don't believe they're up there playing games.
Well, Patrice, I tend to agree with you. And look, I mean, there are trillions and trillions and trillions of galaxies with hundreds of billions of stars per galaxy. And we're pretty self-centered if we think out of untold quadrillions of planets, with billions of them no doubt being habitable, that anybody cares about us. It's kind of like if you're walking through a field that's got a billion bacteria in the dirt and on the grass, that you bend down with a magnifying glass and obsess for thousands of years over one little group of bacteria. Now, there is another view in all of this that my gut tells me that if the aliens are here, and if all of this just isn't an elaborate disinformation operation, and then a lot of fiction writers and people get tied into it so it gets a life of its own, that these aliens reportedly, and it is in a lot of the ancient Sanskrit, the hieroglyphs, I've been down to the Aztec temples in Mexico that literally have what looks like rockets and jet aircraft carved on the walls, that if these aliens are really here, that it's not aliens, that it's humanoids or our progeny from hundreds, if not thousands of years in the future, who are coming back in time, and the quantum mechanics of Einstein and others have shown that this is real, that our advanced civilization may be time traveling back to manipulate the future or to study, or with all these abduction stories, maybe they need the genetics that they've lost from primitive times, so it's really us coming back.
That's very
interesting.
Confusing.
No, I got what he's saying.
You got it? You
I'm on that.
that?
I want to switch gears here a little bit, talk about this missile. What are you hearing about the missile / airplane?
Well, they've had former NASA rocket engineers, rocket scientists, and they've had one of the former Joint Chiefs of Staff have been interviewed day one, saying that's clearly some type of sea-launched missile. Looks like something similar to a Polaris submarine launched. And we know that in 2000, you can actually search a North Korea-fired missile at Alaska. 10 years ago, of course, North Korea many times has fired missiles right over Japan, crashing into the ocean right off the coast to threaten them. They did it again a few years ago. North Korea fired a missile that came back into orbit. They fired it over the North Pole because they're right over the pole. That's the shortest distance for an intercontinental ballistic missile, and then it didn't have good aerodynamics. It was a dud. It was a drone. It was a test missile, no warhead, and it broke up over Alaska, its intended target, and rained down. That actually came out in the Alaskan newspapers. It came out in AP.
That they actually shot a missile, and it hit U.S. soil.
Yeah, this was 10 years ago. And so what even mainstream news is now saying is that quietly the Pentagon, some people are saying China or North Korea had a sub pop up off the West Coast and fired a test missile as a threat. And, of course, just a few months ago, the U.S., the South Koreans, and the Japanese were out in the South China Sea and were firing test missiles as well. So this is what governments do, kind of like when they'd send the Russian Bear nuke bombers over during the Cold War.
Yeah,
they started doing that again.
We knew they were coming. How the hell does somebody get that close, especially someone with like North Korea, get that close to the coast of the United States?
Well, it's international waters. They've had cases. Notice tensions are very high right now because the private Federal Reserve has announced $600 billion to $1 trillion of QE2, quantitative easing, or monetization of debt, which is going to devalue all global currencies.
Yeah, just printing money. Yeah.
And cause inflation because the dollar is the world reserve currency, so it's causing global problems. The Chinese government's downgraded our credit rating. They've been threatening us. The Russians are threatening the French, the German banking minister, finance minister. And so there's a lot of saber rattling, both economic and military, going on. And clearly it's not a contrail like the media tried to spin it later. Some type of powerful missile was launched off the coast. We only have territorial waters 12 miles out.
What would be the upside of them not acknowledging that that's exactly what it is and letting the people know that a foreign country is launching test missiles right off our beach?
Well, it was only in a few newspapers that North Korea actually fired a test missile and that it broke up and parts of it rained down on Alaska 10 years ago.
Off the coast of California, though, like in this day and age,
sure,
that's a little much. Like, what's the upside of them keeping it secret?
Well, the upside is the government likes to play like they're God and are all-controlling and all-powerful and can protect us. And governments do these type of things really on a routine basis to menace each other. And so it is a escalation, kind of a threatening form of diplomacy. Look, you can just search this. Or you've probably seen it. You guys are news hounds. We keep hearing about off the coast of Florida in the Atlantic, or off the coast of Japan, or in the Persian Gulf, Chinese and Russian subs popping up right behind our aircraft carriers, and then it's become a big deal because. And some admirals have even gotten in trouble because with the advanced sonar, how are they letting the Chinese and the Russians basically shadow and minish the fleets? And so this is all just a form of brinksmanship, hearkening back to the Cold War. Remember back in the Cold War when we were kids or teenagers, it was always on the news about the U.S. was sending submarines over to cut communication cables to the Russians, and they had subs, and then the Kursk, and our submarines running into their submarines, and I mean, this is just an ongoing thing, and basically the Cold War type tensions are kicking back up. But I was speculating about this being Russia, China, or North Korea, mainly China or North Korea because it's in the Pacific, and that's their sphere of influence. They generally do it in areas that they consider to be their turf. Remember the Chinese, basically flying some of their aircraft into the C-130 surveillance, or AWAC actually, and then forcing it down. I mean, this is just ongoing type behavior. But what we do know is former top brass in the Pentagon, one of them a chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff or a member of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and members of NASA have come out and laughed and said, that's obviously a giant missile trail, some type of ship or submarine launch system. It looks just like a Polaris nuke launch. And we know that if you go back to Bill Clinton, he got in a lot of trouble for helping transfer through Loral and Hughes the missile systems to North Korea and China.
I understand the missile system, but do you honestly think North Korea has nuclear sub capability?
I'm not saying it was a nuclear sub. They've got a bunch of diesel subs. Many of our subs are diesel because they tend to be more reliable in many cases and don't take as much maintenance. I'm saying they launched a warhead-free drone missile is what they're called.
But do they even have the technology enough to launch a missile from a submarine at this point? Because their launches really are kind of archaic when you look at their land-based
they've done submarine launch tests. They're off their coast over Japan. And they've done ground-based, and a lot of it's their long-range, 8,000-mile ICBMs that rarely make it into orbit. And so you're right. Look, I don't know. I mean, in fact, I haven't really covered this much on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com or on my own little radio show because when I can't document something, I don't really talk about it much. You guys raised it. It's kind of like the alien thing. I don't really cover aliens because I can't prove it one way or the other.
What do you think about Jesse the Body Ventura's show, A Conspiracy Theory? Have you caught this thing?
Yeah, I think it's pretty informative, but also entertaining for the general public. I'm actually a consultant on it, and I'm in the next.
Oh, you are.
And I'm in the next 4 episodes coming up. In fact, this Friday at 9 p.m. Central, it's the Police State series. We actually have an article up on Infowars.com dealing with this. And it's bombshell FEMA camps confirmed. And we actually went out to some FEMA camps, myself and the governor, and got threatened with arrest and other things. So it's.
Hey, Alex. Alex,
yeah,
are the FEMA
it in right now.
Alex, are the FEMA camps are they being loaded up now, or is this? Or they getting ready to get loaded up?
Okay, let me be specific. And it's free online on YouTube. It's Police State 4, The Rise of FEMA. I released it 6 months ago. Police State 4, The Rise of FEMA.
It was good, too. I like that one.
And it takes 2 hours to go over the whole history of it, to show the congressional hearings where they admit the FEMA camps, to show the mainstream news articles, and to show people facilities that are designated as, quote, emergency centers.
Mind control. Mind control. I was a former governor. A fighter.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. I'm a former Navy SEAL, a governor, a fighter.
Just go back and forth. You know what? See, hold on. But
was that fucking Alex with a sense of humor? Goddamn!
Alex has a sense of humor.
God bless him.
Alex, our problem with the Jesse Ventura Conspiracy Show is he doesn't get into any real shit. Like, we want him to step over the line during the Area 51
when we
episode.
return, Jesse Ventura goes head-to-head with Area 51 security. I'm standing here, but I'm turning around. I'm not going to be shot. What happened, Jesse?
Yeah. Hey, listen.
No one's going to shoot Jesse Ventura.
Guys, let me just say something about Ventura. He's been on your show quite a few times. I know you guys had that controversy with him, but I've known him.
We want him back, by the way.
I've known him. Listen, I've known him really well.
Yeah.
I've known him really well for about 5 years, spent a lot of time with him. He really is for real. It isn't a tough guy act. And, he's an older guy. He is grumpy sometimes.
I'm on my way to Plum Island. There's a dinghy following me.
Yeah, but
Turn around.
The issue is he's real. He's a great guy. And, he was just, tired that morning whenever you guys basically had your attack schnauzer on him. And
attack schnauzer.
No, you got. Unfortunately, the video doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
It was about an hour of going back and forth.
Jesse was being pretty obnoxious
and he
to
just
Jimmy. Wouldn't answer questions.
No, he was sitting there. He wasn't letting him finish.
Oh my God, he certainly was.
Hey, can you give me an idea of who may be going to a FEMA camp? Like, what do you have to be doing?
Please say what I want you to say.
Is it extreme?
Please say what I want you to say.
Let me tell you, Patrice.
Is it extreme or is
Patrice, the FEMA camps are real, Patrice. I'm a governor, and they wouldn't let me into the camp.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me in. They won't let me into the reactor room at the nuclear reactor. What does that tell you?
Perhaps that there's radioactivity in there. They don't need you going in there, Jesse.
And the Plum Island one, come on, there was no boats following them. There was a boat.
Oh, yes, they were.
There was a boat way in the distance, sir.
You're not even. Oh, that's not true. Let me tell you.
There was a little Zodiac, like they had.
No, it was. Let me tell you what happened with that. Let me tell you what happened with that.
Yes, Al.
They couldn't get anybody to even rent them a boat to go out there. Plum Island's no joke.
But that's the guy's livelihood, all the people's livelihood. They're not going to risk getting in trouble going to Plum Island because it is a facility that you're not allowed on.
Ventura never asked them to even get near it. They just wanted to be able to basically go over into legal waters. You're supposed to stay a mile away. And let me tell you, Plum Island's no joke. They have 36, because I was a consultant on that show. I sent them the info. 36 level 4 bioweapons labs. Let me just shift gears because this is important. Previously, they would have these things in the middle of the desert or on islands. Level 4 are things like smallpox, Ebola, anthrax, but worse, that's only level 3. When they weaponize them or soup them up, supercharge them, they're now level 4. Now, just 150 miles or so from where I sit in Galveston, Texas, hurricane-ravaged, very dangerous place to put one. They have put, at the University of Texas at Galveston, a level 4 bioweapons lab. Now, get this, in level 2 containment. Level 2 is just when you're dealing with like the regular, seasonal flu or something, or a regular cold.
Now, why would they do that?
Well, let me break that down.
All right.
They've spent $6 billion in the last 9 years on what they call BioShield, and even the Washington Post, the Baltimore Sun have reported that these are factories making bioweapons and developing bioweapons, but it was sold to Congress. It was sold to Congress as defense, and now all over the country, San Antonio, Texas, the list goes on and on. They have level 4. Listen, level 4 is supposed to be 3 rows of barbed wire, minefields, machine gun nest, and be at least, I'm not joking, totally contained with a self-destruct system to burn it out, and 3 stories underground. Now, they've got level 4 behind little glass windows on the coast of Texas. Now, Lyme's disease, it's been confirmed, was leaked out of there at Plum Island. The West Nile, those are just level 3 type things. I'm telling you, this is a hardcore issue, these bioweapons, when you understand that the Rockefeller Foundation...
I don't understand why they're doing this. Why would they do that then?
Well, let me tell you.
What's the plan? What's the end game?
And if you guys want this stuff, because I didn't know you were bringing up bioweapons, I can send it to you. It's up on Infowars.com. Just type in Rockefeller Foundation developed vaccines to sterilize. And we've got all the government documents, UN, Club of Rome, Biological Diversity Assessment, where the globalists openly say, well, you guys know about Ian Fleming or whatever his name was that wrote the James Bond movies?
Yeah.
He was a member of OSS and then MI6. Well, notice he wrote the book Moonraker. Now, the movie Moonraker with Roger Morris, cheesy with Jaws and all the rest of it. Of
course.
But you've got this elitist industrialist who's going to release a bioweapon to kill everybody on Earth. Then they're going to come back to the planet and repopulate it with the super race. Now, all of that is based on real government plans, but they're not going off-world to do it. They've got giant underground bunkers that they've spent trillions of dollars on since the 1950s. Let me just throw one out that I know you heard of.
Sir, wasn't every James Bond a super criminal that was trying to do something to the world? Like, that's every...
No, I know, but what
James
I'm saying
Bond
is...
plot.
That's true, because the one before that, The Spy Who Loved Me, was trying to kill everybody so he can populate the ocean.
Goldfinger wanted to make all the gold radioactive so he'd have all the gold in the world.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you is... a lot of these writers, he was a member of British intelligence. They put scenarios that are being discussed or talked about into films. It's kind of like The Wizard of Oz. I had a pretty big filmmaker on my show a year ago, and I told him, The Wizard of Oz is about the gold standard and the silver standard. And he thought I was joking, went out and found out it's mainstream fact.
Really?
And he's now made a movie, The Secret of Oz, about that's airing all over television worldwide. But the issue is, yes, a lot of things that you see in movies are basically psychological imprints or images of what's really being developed.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants is about the Fed. The Federal Reserve.
No, it's not. Listen, Opie and Anthony.
It's mind control.
Mind control.
They're using HARP.
We love Jesse, by the way. We want him back on the show.
I can't stop watching his show.
Yeah.
We just
want him to get in a little trouble.
When we return,
hey, have you guys seen the parody? Hey, listen, have you seen
a battleship?
Hey, have you seen the parody?
Yeah,
it
is
with
one
the
of the funniest damn things.
Hey, he's moving. I'm not taking a plane. I'm driving.
It is so goddamn funny.
It's
that guy
great.
nailed him. It was really good. No, I can't. But they really do over dramatize what Jesse's going to do, and then what really happens. Jesse Ventura faces a line of M16s as he tries to get into some of the most classified locations. Are they there? Yes, Governor. All right, let's go home. I was turning around so I could get more info. They want to shoot me.
The show would be huge if he got arrested there, Alex. Tell him to get arrested.
He's
Tell him
gotta
to
get
cross the
arrested.
line.
Well, I will tell you with another
Area
network.
51.
Yeah.
I will tell you with another network, and I can't talk about it until it comes out next year, early next year, but on another even bigger network, I'm not going to get into it. I was there when people got arrested, and I escaped. I had to jump in a river. So
someone did that. Is that
Turd?
Is that one hosted by who's that hosted by? Gold Dust?
The Ultimate Warrior.
The Ultimate Warrior. Warrior says conspiracy happens.
I am the warrior.
He knows. Alex knows.
Alex knows the whole deal.
Warrior says.
Warrior says Infowars.com.
We just wanted to get a little...
Listen here, Warrior. I'm a governor, and I like PrisonPlanet.com.
I'm a governor.
You working on any movies right now?
What, documentary films?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm working on one, a masterpiece that I've been working on for 2 years, dealing with eugenics. And let me just throw this caveat out on a serious note, just for something that I know your listeners have heard about, because it did get some attention a month ago. Oh, Hillary apologizes. The U.S. government secretly injected thousands of Guatemalan men, women, and children with live syphilis on purpose and told them that it was a vaccine. Oh. You see, it was already declassified. They just announced it to act like, oh, we're sorry we got caught. It didn't just end with poor black folks over 45 years being injected with syphilis, men, women, and children, in Tuskegee. It didn't just end with 4,300 U.S. foster children radiated to death. Just a few years ago, New York Daily News reported that they were taking poor children in New York, CPS was, strapping them down in pesticide studies and killing them.
Come on. Child Protective Services.
Come on, they're injecting Guatemalan kids with syphilis, but they're not giving pesticides to little kids. Come on.
Child Protective Services were taking children, strapping them down and spraying pesticides on them to see what would happen.
No, CPS would take them and then put them in a residential system controlled by Big Pharma, and they would test pesticides on them until they died. They would also test AIDS drugs on them until they died. New York Daily News.
Alex, let me squeeze in for it. Let me ask you this question, and because I believe in this type of shit, okay, as we know, but okay, why do one thing if you're them? Why put it on memos to classify or declassify? If it's like a room full of like 10 people, why not go, all right, you 10, we're going to do this fucked up shit, and then if we get busted, there's nowhere to get caught.
Just remember
there's no,
it. Don't write it down.
Yeah, there's no actual
Put your pens
fucking
down.
proof that we're going to do terrible things to Guatemalan kids.
Right,
don't tweet it.
Don't tweet this, please.
Like, you know what I mean? Like how many people are involved with doing something like that? Like, it can't be more than 10.
All right, well, let me answer your question because this is key. Number one, I'm going to answer the question, but first I just want to say it is public. It is admitted. People always say that, well, if 9/11 could be an inside job, we would, people would come out. People would talk. Sybil Edmonds, FBI NSA translator, broke her gag order last year. She testified before Congress secretly. She was listening to the phone calls with the CIA in command of bin Laden on 9/11. Let me go further. Fox News 3 weeks ago. Just search the term. Anwar al-Awlaki, or al-Qaeda chief, met at Pentagon 2 months after 9/11. This guy's on the news at the time as the number 3 in al-Qaeda. Now, this is real. Check it out. As the number 3 of al-Qaeda, and it turns out he's hanging out secretly at the Pentagon. And let me go further. Then the head of Pakistani intelligence, who admittedly wired the money to the hijackers, hanging out at the Pentagon the same time. Hanging out at the Pentagon the day of the attacks. Okay, and the list goes, I can give you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. But listen, they hide it in plain view.
By the way, this is why I don't believe in aliens in Area 51. Yeah. Because I don't believe that the average Joe, which is some soldier that they said keep this secret and keep honest.
Let me go further.
Can keep a secret like that.
Let me go further. Let me just drop total bombshells on you right now. Okay, 4 months ago, Washington Post spy talk, written by a former CIA agent, interviews the CIA section chief, and he tells him, yeah, we made fake bin Laden videos for U.S. television. Boom. Just search CIA admits that they made fake bin Laden videos. Well, I knew they were fake. They had linguists listen to the voice. It wasn't him. They did voice prints off the real bin Laden videos. They played them. It's all fake. Let me go further. You can search Fox News admits U.S. government growing opium. It's up 13 times, and they cut to Army and Marine Corps brass saying, yes, we give them the fertilizer and help grow the opium. Now, it came out in Vietnam they were shipping in the opium, okay? Look, they're growing the drugs, and so what do? They come out in the open now and just say, yeah, Al-Qaeda's hanging out at the crib over here at the Pentagon. Yeah, Alex, we're growing the smack. We're making fake videos. Yeah, we're taking the veterans' death benefits. What's you going to do about it?
Alex, let me ask you this, though. In a hypothetical scenario, what is it going to take, would you imagine, for the people, for all of us to go, oh, shit, this is real? Like, what could possibly happen? Like, you're telling these facts that you can find, but what could happen for everybody to go, oh my God, this actually exists?
Okay, well, first do this. What was the last question I forgot about? What was the last question I forgot about?
Why won't anybody, like with these memos? Why do they make these? Why make memos?
Okay, I wrote that down. Now go back to the new one. I'll answer the new one first.
The new one is, what's it going to take? What's it going to take for everyone to go, this shit is real?
It's not just one guy that is saying this happened.
The people are going to go.
Just to be clear,
fucked up. You guys fucked up.
Right, this is foul.
We saw the guy behind the curtain. We finally saw it.
But people all wake up, and it's like, this is it. What's it going to take?
All right, well, let me answer the question, and I'm trying to write these down so I have them all here. Why make memos?
He's making memos.
And what's it going to take? Okay, let's go to what's it going to take. Let me answer the question this way. Do you know about titrating the dose?
Okay, so you're going to answer it by not answering it.
No, I'm going to answer it with precision. Are you ready for this?
What?
What do snake handlers do?
Handle snakes.
And what do they do in case they get bit? They give themselves small amounts of the venom, and they build it up over a few months until they can take a king cobra bite and not even get a headache.
That answers it for me.
No, this is going to answer it.
Yeah.
Patrice says, what is it going to take? Okay. Well, they know that it's starting to come out because of alternative media, so they're titrating the dose. They're showing us the man behind the curtain, but saying he's nice. He brings us popcorn. They are, because the alternative media has shown the man behind the curtain, because they can't deny world government or Bilderberg Group or eugenics or population reduction anymore. But they're now coming out and showing us more and more to acclimate us and to condition us through perception management to go along with it, so that as it begins to come out that this is almost all staged, that people will just be basically desensitized.
Right, when it does finally come out, we'll go, okay.
Do you hear like footsteps in lonely parking garages at night? Are you a paranoid gentleman? Are you always looking over your shoulder because of all this stuff?
You know, that's a good question. And then I'll go back to the turd make memo type stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine, I mean, I'm a syndicated radio host just like you guys, and and I'm somebody who, I'm just trying to put you in my shoes because I'm also in your shoes. Oh. I'm somebody who goes out and gives public speeches.
That's very
I'm somebody who, I do lock my doors at night because I have children, want to keep them safe. But no, I'm the opposite of that. I'm not a paranoid person. Yeah. I'm a realist, and I'm bold, and I'm a public figure, and I'm not living in fear. I'm challenging the New World Order. And then people say, well, why haven't they killed you then? Because if they kill me, it underlines, it highlights, it puts 10 exclamation points behind everything I'm saying.
I think
if they killed you, it's just another little bit of venom. That's all.
That's right.
Just a little bit of venom to make it a little easier to get the big bite.
It would just be food poisoning or something, too.
Yeah. It would be like, oh, look at that.
An obvious killing.
His brakes went out.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, I'm 36, and so I don't think I'll be dying of a heart attack anytime soon. But, you do have a good...
You're only 36?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What's up with the voice?
Uh-oh.
A little too much Jack Daniels and Marlboro Reds.
At least, okay.
The government's beaming radiation into my throat.
The Warrior. I did too many Warrior imitations when I was 7. Look, the Drudge Report has our story, top story again.
Yes.
Which one is that?
I don't know. Drudge for 7 days straight has as his top story. But we did a story about Drudge actually stirring national debate over TSA abuse. I'd like to talk about that with you guys if you want to get into it. But first I should answer the question about my voice, and then I should answer the question about...
No, you answered the question about your voice.
Yeah, well.
Well, no. I mean, to be honest, I had a little bit of a deep voice growing up, especially when I'm being, calm. When I get excited, it's high. But I didn't ever take speech lessons or drama or anything. I didn't know, starting at about 20 when I started bullhorning, different government officials and people that, I'm screaming so loud that I'm coughing up blood. And so I've lacerated my larynx. Oh. And so I've been to a doctor about it, and they said you need to focus and speak from the front of your mouth, which I'm trying to do now, because if you continue to talk like you really talk from the back of your throat, you're going to sound like a dead toad by the time you're 50. So right now I'm having to consciously talk like this to not sound deep-voiced, because if I actually talk the way I talk, it sounds like this.
How do you hurt your voice when you're talking out your ass, Alex?
Well, hey, that gives me 2 mouths. That's one for you, attack weasel, to put your face. Why are you thinking about my ass so much?
I don't know. Because I heard you're 36.
What happened?
Was that attack weasel smart enough to me?
Yeah, fucking Jimmy. Jimmy, shut up.
Listen here, boy.
Goddamn Norton.
I'm a Navy SEAL.
See? You're going to get in trouble with another guy, Jimmy.
I'm just joking. I like Jimmy.
So where was he at? The memo? We was at the memo.
Yeah, the memo.
Well, I want to know about the secret hearing, too. How does he know if it was secret? I get confused by that type of thing.
Now, which of the secret heirings? What are you talking about?
That secret hearing.
With the woman you were talking about.
With the woman, yeah. How do you know if it was secret?
Okay, well, number one, if you simply go look up...
You said she did it secretly in front of Congress.
But it was memos. It had to be memos.
But then it's not a secret. If
look, we had a Perry Mason moment. Look, guys, we got him. Oh, it's Bugs Bunny here.
Turd.
Hey, Matt, how you doing there? Turd?
Yeah.
Turd?
I got
Alex is we got to interrupt him because he'll kick our ass. This guy knows what he's talking about.
No, it's a fair question. If she did it secretly, how do you know, Alex?
I know, but I'm trying to answer the question, and that's why the governor got mad. You asked me a question, turd. Now I'm trying to answer it.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Alex?
Let her
That's
rip.
more like Macho Man, isn't it?
Yeah, that was. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Infowars.com. It's gold. Yeah.
They're poisoning us with Slim Jims.
See?
Well,
See?
actually, MSG is a neurotoxin to the brain and an excitotoxin, but it's also addictive. That's why we put it in the food so you eat more and weigh 600 pounds. Step into a Slim Jim.
Wow.
Hey, I like that.
He knows
Answer
that.
the question, Alex.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's right. I'm
wrestling
dodging
voices.
now, even though every time I try to, you interrupt.
No, you're
That's
interrupted
true.
with your own wrestling voice.
Okay. I'm just trying to have some fun here. All right, let's get serious.
Jimmy, shut up. To let him talk.
Anyways, okay, let's get serious. Okay, how do I know? Because actually, you guys are right. I can see how that sounded weird. There was a secret hearing, and she went public about it. Okay, Sybil Edmonds, along with Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Schaefer, I've interviewed all these people, and many others, the government said, we want to hear what happened on 9/11 from the NSA and FBI people. We want to hear what happened from the FBI agents, remember, who all went public and said, look, we've got gag orders on us from the closed sessions of the House 9/11 Commission. That was the first commission before the Bush's 9/11 Commission, but it happened in both. And they said, we want to hear what you have to say. And then after they would tell them what they'd seen, they'd say, you're now sworn to national security secrecy. You will be arrested if you tell anyone. So it was a way of, oh, tell me what you know. And it's like, okay, now you can go. And then the mob shoots you in the back of the head. But this is a political shoot you in the back of the head. And that's why 6 of the 10 commissioners of the 9/11 Commission have now gone public saying the official story is a lie. And there was, quote, a Pentagon cover-up, source Washington Post. Now, but how do I know about this? Sybil Edmonds, FBI translator with NSA transcripts, listening to Al-Qaeda, and she's now broken her gag order. That means she could go to jail, but she challenged them. 8 years after her gag order, last year, she went public and said, look, I was listening to these transmissions. It was mercenaries dealing drugs and weapons. It was Al-Qaeda working with the CIA, the Taliban. It was bin Laden taking orders from high-level CIA. This was insane. And that's what we get from the other whistleblowers now. She was listening to these. And then Stratus Ivy and Able Danger, run by Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Schaefer, and the Pentagon blacked out most of his book. He was running a Pentagon hit team, because there's dark side and light side, the good guys. They knew where bin Laden was. They knew where all these guys were. They were ready to kill him repeatedly. They were always ordered to stand down by the CIA and, quote, contractors. Now,
why?
Now in federal court 2 months ago, it comes out that what is Blackwater doing? They're involved in guns and drugs and trafficking all over. This came out in federal court. It's now come out that Navy SEALs.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. That must have been on your end.
Okay, that wasn't on my end.
All right.
Anyways, Navy.
That's weird.
Navy SEALs have just been arrested in the U.S. selling hand grenades.
Oh my God! I've got to go get them.
Not a Navy SEAL.
No one gets left behind.
And then what happened?
Remember, Alex, I'm a Navy SEAL.
What is going on? Has he answered one question? I'm confused.
I don't know.
I totally answered your. Hold on. I totally answered your question. I totally answered your question. Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Schaefer, on record, they blacked out his book.
But I can't.
Okay,
Right.
he testified in secret. Sybil Edmonds testified in secret. She's now broken her gag order. She's now broken it. That's how I know about the secret meeting.
Oh, okay.
How about the memo?
All right, the memo,
Alex.
thing. Where's the memo?
Meaning, and the question is, why these memos that can be traced back to classify or declassify when it's like you watch these movies and it's like say a scene in Goodfellas where we all rob a bank and then
everybody gets killed.
And then everybody gets killed, or like where they can just hide it instead.
Well, that did happen with Kennedy. Hundreds and hundreds of people who were witnesses of the grassy knoll, the people on the trains and the train conducting tower, all went bye-bye. All got, multiple caps. Just like good old Lee Harvey Oswald, old Jack Ruby took care of him real quick. Now,
yes.
Now, expanding on that, let me answer that question. We were once a freer nation in certain respects. We were more unfree, but more free in other ways. Imagine the CIA is founded in 1947 out of the OSS. And I'm going to answer your question. This is how I answer it. The CIA was founded, and everybody said, you're going to let a group have billions of dollars and operate in total secrecy. Okay, they can't operate in the U.S., and everything that these national security groups, not just the CIA, but now 16 other agencies, does, it's got to be declassified every 10 years. Well, now they make it 20, or in some cases 40. They've reclassified the JFK assassination out to 2040. It was supposed to be declassified, all of it, next year. And so we have FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act, but, I sent mine off repeatedly. The FBI...
Wait a minute. So in 2040, there's going to be papers that come out and kind of go, all right, this guy was up here, we had 6 agents here, we called off some of his personal protection.
Yeah.
We had so it's going to be some papers that's going to say, all right, here it is, everybody.
Yeah, but I mean, let me explain that. This is a bureaucracy with millions of employees, okay? And there are millions of people involved in all of this, and it's basically all a psychological operation. Most people in government are good. Most people in private industry are good. I mean, they're not perfect, but they wouldn't do really horrible things. They have some morals. So they have, I've discovered from stuff that has been declassified, they shoot pregnant women up with uranium and plutonium. That's declassified. They radiate small children. They spray nerve gas on U.S. troops in Project Shad and kill them and tell their families they died of the flu. Not to test the nerve gas. They can test it on rhesus monkeys or rats that have almost the exact same, metabolic system. If something kills a rat, it's going to kill a human. Something kills a dog, it's going to kill a human. They don't need to test it. The reason they're testing chemicals,
the
reason they're testing chemicals and biologicals on people is to create cadres and groups of psychopaths who they know will follow orders and who they've already compromised, so they can have them then go run even bigger divisions and then give people psychological questionnaires and things and then test them and see if they will be involved in all this evil. I mean, here's an example of how they take a young special forces...
What question are we answering? I'm so confused.
Okay,
you asked me
about the memo. You asked me why they have memos.
Yeah. Now we're talking about
I'm telling you, it's because they've got a large command and control structure.
Okay, all right.
And just like you guys have probably got a memo hanging up in the bathroom, saying don't crap on the floor, because I bet some of you do that. Well, actually, listening to your show.
It's about blowjobs, actually.
I'm just joking. The point is, I'm sure exactly. You got to put a memo up. And so that's the bottom line. Okay. And then I was explaining the psychology of how they take a young special forces captain who's 25 years old.
We might not be as smart as this guy.
I know. Well, he's very well researched and well read.
Yeah, you're very well read, Alex.
Well, but listen, guys, I'm not really that well read.
Right.
Some people are experts on Harry Potter, or they're experts on the NFL.
I like Harry Potter.
Oh, Martha.
Or they're experts in gardening. Listen, you can't listen. All this stuff so much stuff is admitted.
Right.
There are over 10,000 declassified examples. You know how many times they've released nerve gas in the New York subway?
806.
No, more than 20 times. Do you know how many times they've released bioweapons in the New York subway?
Are you kidding me? Now, how do people get away with that?
Do they take out
Listen, you have a computer in front of you, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, just search biological experiments, New York subway, 1968.
68? Oh, okay. I could buy 1968.
But remember, they only declassify this now every 30 to 40 years. But yes,
they probably did. They probably did.
It makes no fucking sense
subway lines.
To do some horrible shit that's secret, right? And then follow the rules of declassifying or classifying. It just makes
it makes perfect sense if you're a psychological warfare chief with 180 IQ.
Go back to snake venom.
Okay, now what I see is Army germ warfare experiment in New York subway system. Now that could be anything from dumping anthrax on people or studying a group dynamic. Actually now
we know what happened with it.
But it could be
they released a bacterium, and it was a test the Army doctors were told to see how it spread, but it was really a test to see if they would go along with it. And they had Army doctors posing as regular doctors in all the local hospitals, and then they didn't give people treatment because they wanted to watch them die.
Damn.
Just like injecting little Guatemalans with syphilis. Oh, but the government wouldn't commit 9/11.
Well, and to keep this information is crazy. Like I know they do it, but it's like to keep this information.
Let me go further.
To just go.
Memo?
Hey, look at it. They keep it to go what? Like, hey, look at the shit we used to do.
Yeah.
Like, why even keep that as something you can fucking
on flash paper?
Yeah, it's just weird to keep this info. It's like how many people are involved with this mess? You know what I'm saying?
Too many people involved, I think, to legitimately get away with this for so long. Like I understand there have been misappropriations.
No. I need to get to the key.
There's definitely things that have been done by the government that have been shady and underhanded, especially during the Cold War. Absolutely. But I don't think it goes as deep or as far as you and the people that think like you. He's going to get to
the key, though,
okay.
Anthony. Get to the key.
I'm waiting for the key.
The key is this. They are practicing total insane evil.
Oh, shit.
Out in the open to break our will. You ever seen that HBO documentary about pimps and hoes?
Oh, love it.
And the woman's been run over by a car or whatever, and she's in the hospital, and she's all broke up. She's going, baby, I'm gonna get back up on my feet. I'm gonna get you that money. I'm gonna do whatever I got to for you, baby. I'll do whatever it takes. And then the mother's sitting there going, what have you done to my baby? And then they turn to him and they say, well, listen, how much do you pay her? And he goes, I don't pay her nothing. She's lucky if I give her some chicken once a week. Yeah. Because it's really female psychology.
So you're saying we're all just hoes.
We're all bitches.
We're beaten hoes. With the same mentality.
And so they're urinating on us. They're going, you know what? The Army's own manuals, and the former head of the DU program says if the troops inhale 1 micron of DU, on average it'll kill them in 11 years with lung cancer, and the troops are dying of mass in the last few wars. Our troops are now using it over there in almost all the ammunition. 20 years ago, they wouldn't use it, but here on Veterans Day, now they just say, hey, use it, and when you die, what did Bloomberg report 2 months ago? That Prudential and other insurance carriers signed a secret deal with the VA 11 years ago to take the death benefits that troops have paid for, their insurance, through the VA from World War II through to today, and steal their death benefits, and their widows and widowers are told, you ain't getting jack. You know what that is? It's, baby, I'm going to get up on my feet soon for you. I just can't wait to get back to work for you now.
How do they get away with taking the death benefits?
They just do it. How do they get away? Right. How do they get away? ABC News with illegal aliens are allowed to go through TSA without being checked. How do they let illegal aliens rent aircraft without any ID? ABC News. How do they leave the borders wide open but say we've got to grope 2-year-old babies and women and squeeze their No, it's now the enhanced. It's always more. It's an act of submission. It's the cult of worshiping jackboots and worshiping tyranny.
But Alex, I said this when I was on your show, man. It really is our fault. We look at these people. We look at these people that do that to us as if they're not people. But we have to be willing to do that shit to each other. It has to be a guy willing to cuff a 2-year-old baby's fucking nuts at the airport. This can't happen with just some old generals that make decisions. It has to be a fucking scientist who's willing to fucking make a bioweapon.
Exactly, and that's the key. They're looking for their brothers. They're looking for their fellow psychopaths. They may be white, they may be black, they may be Japanese. They're looking for fellow psychopaths.
All right, how do I get in on this then? How do I get a guy? How do you get on the inside of this whole fucking thing? I don't want to be on the outside anymore.
I'll tell you the quickest way to get on the inside.
I'll
tell you the quickest way to get on the inside.
Yeah.
Join the Navy, get into the Navy SEALs. join the Army and get into the Rangers, and then become a Green Beret.
I don't think I can do that.
Let them know that you want to be corrupt.
What are the hours?
Well, I mean, let me tell you. Listen, I've had family. Listen, I've had family recruited into this. This is real. You want to hear this?
Yes.
Of course. I want to hear it all.
I asked the goddamn question.
The quickest way to join the New World Order as a on-the-ground drug dealing true gangster murderer is to join U.S. Special Forces. And then they will psychologically profile you. And if you're a good guy, they'll say, oh, you're a good guy, and you'll end up going and doing good guy stuff. But if you're a bad guy, they will progress through. They will send you to Chicago or Miami, like they did one of my great uncles. And he got out of it. They said, we want you to join the CIA. We're sheep dipping you as an Army officer, as they call it. And next they wanted him to narcotics traffic and do even more serious things. In Chicago, and he said no and got out. Most of them say no. But the fastest way to join the New World Order is to get into Special Forces, and then after you get sheep dipped and are now working for intelligence, it's kind of like in the movie No Way Out when Kevin Costner says, who are these men? And they say, they're men formerly associated with Special Forces. So you'll basically be a killer in a suit, and then to really progress, they're going to say, all right, we want you to go down here to Guatemala, or we want you to go down here to Nigeria. This minister didn't do what we want. We want you to go in, and we want you to gut their children and paint bloody pentagrams on the walls. And then if you go murder the children, you're going to progress up. You're going to have a whole hit team under you. You're going to have a house at Maui. You're going to be shipping coke
is this kind of like Manchurian Candidate kind of thing?
No, they don't need to turn you into a mind control slave. All they've got to do is find evil people that want to roll with the devil.
Who are the people that pick the bad people?
They're psychological warfare experts.
Yeah, they got fucking experts.
I want to be one of those guys. I want to be above them. Can
you do 50 pull-ups in a row?
Oh yeah.
Why? Can you freeze? See, first they got to take you off. First they got to take you off the farm. First they got to take you off the farm. First they got to take you off the farm and make sure you're an absolute badass who can sit there.
So wait a minute, Alex. So the guys so the old guys at the top used to be physical maniacs, and they've just progressed into old dudes who know how to train physical maniacs.
They're like World War II guys.
Yes. In fact, you talked about Kennedy. I was actually given this 3 years ago, even before Rolling Stone carried it.
Anymore.
And
an hour ago we were.
Sorry. No, but this ties into it. You just brought up old World War II maniacs.
Yes. Love that.
E. Howard Hunt, who is the admitted, Ethan Hunt of Mission Impossible is admittedly named after him. Ethan Hunt, in that movie, is named after E. Howard Hunt.
Turd?
Howard Hunt, one of Nixon's guys.
Yeah. Admitted former head of Black Op overthrow operations.
Can't play that game.
In World War II.
Think at it.
In World War II, he had over 50 confirmed sniper kills in China against the Japanese. So he's a World War II badass. They take him in. He runs Black Op hit squads. He overthrows 11 separate nations. And he was, it came out in congressional hearings that they believed he was the Black Op commander. He sued back in the 80s and lost over all this. Now, before he dies, he did a video, an audio, and a written interview and said, yes, I was the backup commander. And he went over the people that were even more, badasses from World War II and Korea. They were the frontline hitmen. He was the backup guy. He even got arrested that day at Dealey Plaza he was the tramps with all the guns and the boxcar, and they were ordered to release him. And it's E. Howard Hunt, photo there.
Hunt was in that group.
E. Howard Hunt gave a deathbed confession and admitted they ran the whole op. And by the way, speaking of conspiracy theory, that's going to air not this Friday, but next Friday.
Yes, I know. I saw that one. I saw the last one on Wall Street, and I saw the
We've got a confession.
Yeah. I like when he walks in on all the people on Wall Street. I got you. I got you.
Too much fucking info, man. It's just got to be like one thing that we all got to kind of got to follow. Like, it's just too much detail.
Okay, here's one thing you can do right now.
One fucking thing where
we could all do,
where you could start people off and go, look at this, and this will get you going.
Give us the kindergarten of what we can do.
Okay. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I was interviewing top toxicologists, former EPA scientists, current EPA scientists, people who were concerned. Over 90% of the EPA scientists in 2000 and 2005 wrote letters, their official union voted, to say sodium fluoride in the water reduces IQ by 10 to 20 points. It doubles bone cancer. It is a chemical weapon. Take it out of the water, and it damages teeth and causes dental fluorosis. The same unions have come out and said that bisphenol A in plastic is feminizing men, making girls go into puberty early, and massively increasing cancer because it's a female hormone. Makes women more female, makes men feminine. Now, people always laughed at us about that. Now 4 states have banned it. It was engineered through a UN agreement. They have thousands of different combinations of ways to make plastic without it. Almost all plastic that you drink or eat out of. And when you microwave a TV dinner, it's bisphenol A plastic, it off-gasses it into your Salisbury steak and mac and cheese. And this is why we're so obese. The food ties into it. This is why we're so unhealthy. It's why diabetes is up by 3,000%. They have put soft kill chemical weapons in the plastic and in the water, and everybody can start realizing this and start filtering your water with a special type filters that actually take the fluoride out. There's different types. You have to check it, though, because all filters don't do it. You can stop eating and drinking out of bisphenol A. You can realize that GMO crops, in every study, just search GMO corn causes organ failure. Every major variety. It's engineered in by design. We are being soft-killed right now. That's the biggest issue, and it's covered in my film, End Game, Blueprint for Global Enslavement. It is free on YouTube and Google. Just Google End Game, and it's the top link there. Please, gentlemen, please. And there's an online bibliography, whatistheendgame.com. Whatistheendgame.com, and everything I say in the film is documented on that website. Gentlemen? I wonder why they weren't interrupting. I guess it just cut off. Hey, are you guys there? That's kind of a joke. Well, I'll see you then when we come back. I'll take a break. Turd? Turd?
What?
Turd?
What?
Turd?
What?
Turd?
What?
Turd?
What?
Turd?
What? What?
Turd?
What?
Turd?
What? What?
Turd?
What?
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Turd?
Hello? Yeah, that's great. Whew. I'm exhausted. That was so funny.
But what about the memo?
Gentlemen? What about the memo?
Did he ever answer that question? I'm really confused.
Well, let me go back 20 years. What? I mean, he does what he does. He does what he does. He does his show. He gets a good audience. It's very controversial. That's what you got to do. But, man, it doesn't seem like anything that's ever happened in history is just what happened. You know? It seems like everything was some kind of concocted plan that is full of secrecy and intrigue. A lot of... Yeah, back to the music. Seems like there's a
Get it
lot
back
of
on, please. I feel...
What?
Oh, I got the chills.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh.
Can't get him back on?
A lot of people are really pissed. You fucking
Why?
assholes. He's giving you real answers. They don't want to hear it.
We're having
But everything's a
fun.
fucking joke to you, too. Cut the fucking shit in big
Everything's
capital
not
letters.
a joke.
Sorry, Fatty
Well, it
Pubis
is.
in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Fatty Pubis is mad at us today.
Don't worry about it. We had fun with him. We listened to him. We you know.
He did
We just
show.
needed an
I tell you
ending.
what, I've never, as much as I listen, I've never heard him have a sense of humor like that. Like I didn't know he was fucking.
Those impressions.
Am I still here, guys?
He's back!
Yeah, we had a.
Oh, hi, Alex. We had a little problem
board
there.
problem.
Hey, did that get out on air about the bisphenol A in the water?
No, not at
No,
all.
we lost
Wait,
you
where were we
about-
at?
We lost you, Jesus, about
I'm trying to think the last thing.
6 minutes ago.
You asked the question, what can, something simple.
Yeah,
in
what
simple
can
terms,
we do?
What can we
In
do?
that entire 5-minute rant, I was wondering why you weren't interrupting. Didn't get out. Okay,
Yeah.
here's the deal. Bisphenol A is in almost all plastics. And when you cook the TV dinner with the...
Opie and Anthony on the virus. Sirius XM.